Yeah, sorry.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Christmas podcast. This is episode 10 of In the Zone. I'm with Gustavo. Say hello. Hey. Matthew. Hey. Jacob.
Hello.
Daniel.
How you doing?
And Kinley.
Hi.
All right, and on today's docket, so we have, well, obviously Christmas theme, but we're going to get into some other stuff really quick. Matthew, would you like to kick us in? You know, this is just going to be freelance for all of you guys, and then,
All right. Since this is our senior year, I just want to start off by saying, what is y'all's best memory of Kinley?
you guys want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think there's two memories for me, and there's two classes. Daniel and Kinley were part of one class, Jacob was a part of another. I think the best experience that I've had was fifth grade English, for sure. You know, there's so many people in that class. You know, some of them couldn't be with us today. They're not like dead or anything. They're just like they're just kind of the wording was not right there. But like, you know, like that class was just that was something special. And seventh period chemistry, you know, like that class also had everything, but just in a more low key way. Like, you know, it's like so for fifth period it was like the loud people, the quiet people, and the people who are quiet in general and not just loud in front of others. And then for the seventh period, it was literally like every stereotypical group. So like band, orchestra, choir, athletes, smart people, stupid people. Like literally everything was like those two classes. They did a lot for me, honestly, as like a person. You know, like I know I don't treat like all of you guys with as much respect as I should. Like, let's be quite frank. I mean, I do kind of, you know, cross the lines a little bit. But like each and every one of you have helped me, you know, become who I am today. You know, and it's like I wouldn't have been able to make it through my time. Matthew knows a little bit about this. I know Kinley knows a little bit about this. But for the rest of you guys, there was a period of depression. I'll just put that out there. I did not know if I was actually like, make it out alive. I was going through some tough times during COVID. You know, and as a high school senior, I genuinely did not know if I would make it to this point. And so each and every one of you, whether you know it or not, has genuinely helped in that way. You know, I had a lot of good memories with each and every one of you. Matthew, you definitely helped whenever I needed the most, so the rest of you guys. You know. But like, yeah, each and every one of you guys, you know, definitely has gotten me to where I am now. And I'm forever thankful for you guys. And yeah.
I got deep off the
So
rip.
deep.
Great start, great start.
This really feels like a goodbye video. What the heck?
Yeah. Hey, yo, you guys all came in and thought that this would probably be a good vibes. Nah, man. We came in with that.
I have a good vibe.
All type of vibe.
Remember, it was English one day, and we were messing around, and Nick was like throwing things
Oh
down.
hell no.
He got a pencil like stuck in the ceiling. No, that's when you jumped up and was like jumping and trying to hit it, and he broke the ceiling.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was so funny.
And Mr. Peters.
Okay, so what happened was like we came back from lunch, and so we're all hyped up. Like let's be honest, like everyone's hyper after lunch. Like it's just a lot more positive than they for 5 minutes. So in that like 5 minutes, I don't remember what it was. Was it Daniel that asked me? He's like,
No, look, I did it first, and then you copied.
I was like, hey, yo, I thought I could go way further than that. I was like, yeah. It was like Daniel was like, nah, man, go ahead, go right ahead, knowing whatever was going to come. And then then I jump up at like 50, 70% capacity, and I don't touch it. I'm like, oh crap, but that's embarrassing. So then I'm like, all right, well, the only way to rectify this is go at full power, 100%, full send this. Jumps up, full volume, smashing my head right through the top of the ceiling. One of those.
Dude, these fun, like, when
And
I
then
tell
It
you,
didn't just move.
It just
folded.
no,
Yeah.
look, when I tell you, this was one of the funniest things I've ever experienced. I literally saw, like, you could see the crumbs from the ceiling fall down.
Yeah, and I had some on my head, and then I remember Mr. Peters wasn't in the room at this point. And so at this point, I'm looking around like, oh shit.
And he comes in.
Yeah, and it's like, and we're like trying to fix it, we're trying to swap it out, and then Mr. Peters is like, it takes like a good 5 minutes. Everyone in the room is like quiet, like looking at the roof, just waiting for the moment. It's like, and then Mr. Peters goes, all right, who broke the ceiling? And it's like everyone's just like sitting there, and then I feel literally everyone at my table just looked right at my eyes. I was like, oh no. Yeah, that was an experience I had. And then there was a pen, obviously. You know. You remember that? Where it's like
And he had ink all over, like
all
on
over my face.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was
I feel like that class would be a stupid best and my smartest because I didn't have under a 95 in class, but I did so many dumb things in that class. I think that class probably like first honor probably right.
Yeah.
Oh, what about you, Gustavo? What do you?
The one biggest memory that I had was my first time ever getting ISS sophomore year. So,
Okay, so what did you do? What did you do?
so I was experiencing the new airdrop feature on the iPhones. And, I discovered that I could airdrop stuff to friends, and instead of hitting my friend's phone, I hit the teacher's phone. And I went to her, but there was a big delay because she saw it and she was like, "Who did it?" And for a solid maybe 5 to 10 minutes, everyone just sat silent. And then the girl who sat next to me, I think her name was like Bailey, and like she knew it was me. And
She ran you out.
yeah, she was like, she whispered to me, she goes, if you don't tell, I'm gonna tell. And I'm like,
Ah.
Bro.
what?
What she gained out of that?
Well, because she was starting to have like the high ICP circle.
The teacher was
The
big.
teacher, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and so when I got to meet with Dr. Jordan, he was like, so yeah, that's one day of ISS. And I was like, oh, okay. But I mean, the thing is that like I found out that I had to take all my finals. And I was like freaking out. I was like, oh no. And then like they called my parents and stuff. And having to explain it to them was like even worse. It was like a really inappropriate picture. But not like inappropriate like to the point where like I'll be like,
Jail.
you know. Like, it wasn't bad. It was
I want to
funny.
hear about it. I want to know what it was.
Yeah. Yeah. And like
What was the picture?
Yeah.
there's a picture of this one of our friends from Klein Collins, and he was in his underwear.
Oh.
And that was it. Yeah. It wasn't even
That's-
anything bad. Like it was pretty funny, but like
The business made a big deal out of that.
You
yeah.
had to say
Okay, so wait,
that.
question.
I take all my
Oh,
finals, and I had
no.
to explain to my parents what I did. And,
Question.
luckily they were
Which is worse? Angry parents or disappointed parents?
disappointed parents.
I think for me, it has to be angry. Because disappointed, you can always get over that. If you're angry, they're always, for me at least, they always hold that over my head. Like literally, no matter what I do, they will hold that over my head. Like there was stuff that I've done in 4th grade that they still hold over my head. So,
Anger turns into disappointment, though.
Yeah. And I feel like disappointment, like it makes you feel like you.
It's a lot more deep rooted.
Yeah.
Disappointment is a lot more deep rooted.
I feel like any parent can be angry, but like most parents can't be like truly disappointed like, unless you've done something really, really wrong.
That's like shameful, but then if they were angry, I think I would feel angry back versus stuff.
okay, you have anything else?
Well, when it comes to disappointment in my house, yeah, it's definitely worse.
I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about the first question.
Oh, the first question? Yeah. Man, most of the school year is kind of just a blur, because I've got a very minute friends group. But I'd say, yeah, 7th period chemistry, that was probably the highlight of sophomore year, forever will be.
Okay, so who all was in our group? I know TJ, we helped him with like, the
TJ,
relationship advice.
there was Josh, and then there was Isaiah. And like TJ was,
TJ was the stupidest person in the room.
TJ was,
Isaiah was the one that didn't do anything, even though he
No.
had like an A in the class.
yeah.
Josh and I and Jacob were the only ones that did work in that little group.
Well, yeah, and like Isaiah was so proud because he would always be sitting there on his little iPad, like watching all this shit, and then like the Mrs. Butts would be like, "Hey, get off," and he'd be like,
Bro, tell me why the interpretation sounds just like
"Hey,
I can hear her voice grow in my head.
hey man, if it worked, it worked." Yeah. And he'd always like look up, be like, "Oh," like he didn't know what he was doing, and then he would just go back, and then she would do it, and then 5 minutes later she'd yell at him again. It was so stupid.
Good.
Listen, do we skip that?
Matthew, do you want to answer?
Yeah, I was kind of hoping.
Yeah, what's your favorite?
Go ahead. What's your yours?
Probably, sounds weird, but probably my high school fight.
Wait, who's okay? So fighting about 55.
It was Ivan Macedo. Not my proudest moment, but it was probably my most shocking memory, which I had to value to best memory. That fight was so insane. It was just traveling upon so many things, and it was like Like it just went black when it all happened to me. Like I can't really describe what it really happened because I don't distinctively remember it, but I know the people who watched it. But yeah, that was probably really funny.
Okay, so what'd you
What was
fight
it
over?
for?
Yeah,
Yeah,
what'd you
why?
fight over?
Honestly, it was just like stupid little personal stuff that freshman year had involved with.
Okay, well,
I've grown a lot as a person.
I mean, come on, you got it. Can you elaborate just a little bit here?
I mean, like, you know how it is when you have like some kind of a debate with your friend, and then you just stack.
Yeah, well, I don't fight them over it.
Yeah, but then like you add like personal stuff with that, and then like
Like over the past couple of months, I've been slapping the
that
heck
kind
out
of
of
stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But who'd you slap? Yeah, you
Uh,
slapped Paxton.
Paxton, Evan, Diego, a bunch of people. Man. It's been pretty fun. No, but like we do it as a joke.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I
Paxton
heard-
didn't
I'm
really,
sure it
Paxton
hurts.
didn't really take it.
I'm sure it hurts, but
You
like,
skipped like 3 days, bro.
yeah.
That was funny, man. Alright, next. Moving on. Or, actually, yeah, Daniel, did you ever have anything to
Say what?
Well, happiest memory.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well-
like, are we doing high school or in general?
High school. That's what I mean, like not like.
High school, so it's I'm sure during high school. So in my opinion, the most memorable experiences in high school have definitely been the football games. The reason why I like it is because I haven't had anything specifically happen to me that's out of the ordinary. I'm generally a pretty good kid. I do dance sometimes. But besides that, like definitely football games. Just I don't know. There's something about being under those lights and just on a cold night, you see everybody crowding and cheering. Even during COVID, you still like get a bunch of I just get chills. When you sit there, at halftime, you're walking around the field, and I just like look up, and it's like it's a real moment. Like this is really like the last time someone will be on the field taking photos for high school.
Doing something professionally now for
Yeah.
NFL.
Wait, okay, so has there ever, like what Daniel just, has there ever been a moment where you just sat there and you just reveled in the moment? You just-
No, yeah, absolutely. Like that's
Yeah, like-
exactly that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like
Yeah.
when you're there, you're so in the moment, you don't really think about it. But if you take a step back and really think about like how far you've come, just ever since you started. Like in my case, it was ever since I started taking photos. Sophomore year, being the sophomore year, I really started to like capitalize on it and be like, can this really be something I have a future in? And then I see now at the end of senior year, I'm looking back at myself and like, yes, I do have a future in it. And I'm looking back and it kind of all sets in all at one time. I'm like, yo, this is really happening. And so I just get so like emotional and passionate about it because I just have this drive to do it. And it really hits me in the middle of the game. And nobody else knows about it except for me, but I'm just walking out, I look up at the lights, I'm in Memorial Stadium, whatever stadium we're at, and it really hits deep with me, knowing that this is where I want to be for a long time coming. So that's definitely one of the most memorable experiences. Not so much one memorable experience, but it's something that has it's a lot of small experiences that have made the whole past 2 years of my life very memorable in general. So that's probably my most memorable.
Everyone sees it though, like, you're not, like, it's not all in the people that they do, like, it's like, yeah, I know, like, people know.
Yeah.
Everyone sees it.
People see the man, but they don't know the man behind the mask.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think that's
no,
the best way- I think that's the best way to
No,
put it.
it's funny. It's
I think it's the
funny
best-
to see.
I think it's the best way
I
to put it.
think it's just people see like the work I put out, but a lot of times to really kind of explore your own passion like that, it takes another type of drive. When you find your thing, what you want to do. Some people don't find it until like a long time later down in life, and that's completely okay. Like you find it at different stages in your life. Nick, I'm not sure, exactly what field you're going into. Some people don't know, what they're going to do for the rest of their life. And I'm really blessed to be able to have that solution figured out for me so early. But it's just knowing that, the safety and knowing that this is what I want to do, and having that passion and drive for it, where you just get so motivated that it's like emotional, dude. Like you start thinking about, dude, I really want to put my best effort into these photos coming up for this week for everybody to enjoy. Because I know it's not just me. Like when I put out these photos, everybody is gonna enjoy them for years to come. And you know, you can have these family group photos of the stands and everybody, you know, having fun and joking around. And all the football parents and moms, those are all.
You having much room? Practically.
But no, I'm just saying, it's not just me that is really making this a memorable experience. Part of what makes it memorable to me is knowing that it's memorable to other people, because a photo lasts a long ass time. And for a lot of people, it's gonna be distributed to a lot of other people. So knowing that I can affect other people by giving them memories to hold on to for a long time is what makes me happy, and that's why I'm enjoying it.
You asked me this, I'll little bit blank on here. You asked what do I want to do,
Yeah.
right? I don't know what the exact field, I just know what I want to make. I want to make people happy, you know, that's something that I think that everyone can agree, whenever you're like, either like everyone laughs at your joke, or like people just smiling in front of you, that's just something that just makes your day, regardless of who you are. Even if you're the worst person in the world, you can make someone smile, that makes your day. Like even if you're on the rocket table, if someone just smiles, it makes your day. You know, and that's just something that I just want to make something or someone just happy in that sense, where I can just, you know, no matter what's against me, I can just see a smile or hear a laugh or just make something that just is bigger than me. You know, like for the longest time, I didn't know what I wanted to do. As a marine biologist, entrepreneur, manager, artist, literally everything. And I'm just constantly looking for something. And then I realized that the one thing that I wanted to have in all of them that combined was to make someone's day, make people happy. You know, make something that gives to other people, or again, make people happy, or just like something that's bigger than myself. You know what I mean? Like there's tiny things. There are things in the world that just are bigger than you know? And it's just, that's just what I want to build on. I want to build on something, you know, and make it where I have something that I can truly be proud of whenever I die and however I'm going to die. Whether it's like now or like 7 years from now on my bed. You know, it's like I want something that I can be proud of, that I lived for this, you know? Whatever that means.
All right,
Yeah, I don't think, well,
No, I don't have anything to do though.
Mine was, I mean, he had a fight, that ain't that deep.
no, well, I mean, like, my best moment is not in high school or something.
Yeah, but we're talking about high school. Specifically high school.
Yeah.
So you have any
None
good
of
moments?
mine are like, I don't even know.
Well, I was just like.
That was
we
just
will-
funny, that
yeah.
was a funny thing.
But like, we wanna hear about it,
I just don't really do that many things. I just have like a really big clubs that I'm in, so it's like really like high school for me right now is just very like scheduled and very busy and blah, blah, blah. It's not like that fun. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, so let me ask you, why is it like kind of a high school as a requirement? You know,
Okay.
not you enjoying it.
It's like my personality, I think, like I'm planning everything, and I'm planning my life since I was little. So I'm like wasting my time, like people might think I'm not having fun or anything right now, but like I'm like preparing myself to have like life right now. So like occupying myself. I'm like overdoing myself probably. But like I get satisfaction out of it, so like filling out my resume and stuff, or like getting like acceptance letters, like that's what makes me happy, but it's probably not the same for everyone else. I just have different like niches. I like things differently. Different personalities. But I'm like doing all this now so I can have fun later. So hopefully nothing bad happens, but I mean preparing myself for the future, I think.
Okay, all right,
Pretty deep already.
pretty much, yeah, what, I guess, this would be like a less basic question, but, what would be, like, his, choice onto why you would pick on campus or online?
I think for me, as a visual learner, I think the best thing that you can do for me is keep me occupied. Because I very easily lose attention on so many things. Literally anything can distract me. Literally any, like Jacob knows what I'm talking about. He has me in Europe. Literally anything distracts me. I can take a little bit of information and just take it away from there. So for me, the majority of the issue isn't the fact of doing the work, because I can get the work done in like now. I'm smart as that. Like, if I actually wanted to, I can get it done quick. It's just the fact that I'm so damn lazy that I will not do it. So it's like, as long as I can be occupied by something, like in someone's like proctoring it and making sure that it's like going the plan, that I'm still like on focus, then yeah, definitely. Campus for me, like the few times I was off campus, it was like hellacious. Because it's like, it's so boring. Like, I remember I pre-recorded myself for like one of the days where I had automated responses where I was just like nodding the entire time. And the other entire time that I was supposed to be in those classes, I was literally sleeping. Like, it's just, online is so difficult because A, you have to make sure that like, you're not interrupting your class by accident. You know, you raise your hands like, I have a question, and it's like, other people are talking to you, like, whatever, you know, it's like, and then there's like the teacher, you have to listen to the voice, and then you have to be in your own room, odds are, or like a kitchen, or something like that, and it just doesn't feel comfortable for me to be like there, you know? It's more comfortable, you know, I think that's probably one of the reasons why I was already going back to school, even though like, school sucks, like that's it, like, school sucks.
Not really.
I love school. But
Okay, well, school sucks for
Well,
me.
there's, you gotta give me more context, what, like, do you think school work sucks, or do you think the school environment sucks?
Should be. Yeah. I think to me, it's not necessarily the environment because I don't think school teaches you as much as it should. I think the biggest thing school teaches you is how to interact with people. I don't think it actually teaches you anything. Like we're not going to need what was it, algebra 2, freak out. Like we're not going to need that unless we're like mathematicians. Which I hope to God none of you guys are mathematicians because holy crap, your life is going to be.
Yeah, but these classes are for like branching people out to find out what they really are.
Yeah, bro, like,
not 85.
But it's also, you have to let them remember that those are required.
Well,
You can literally look up there, they're required. You have to have the math.
I love school and I love online so much.
Why though? There's nothing to
Okay,
love
listen,
about
let
it
me tell
except
you
being in
about,
your own
okay,
house.
before the new rules where you have to have your camera on 24/7, like some of my teachers don't even have them on. But my first period teacher still doesn't. It's pathophysiology. So I wake up and I can do class, like I wake up at 7:15 when the bell rings and do my class. Or I can wake up and go like run before school starts and then get on my class. And I don't have to like leave an hour early to get to school. And then do my class and then they're like, all right, lecture's over, do your work individually and then you're done. So then I don't have to sit in the class and stare at people whenever the teaching is over. So then I can go like run an errand or take care of my dog or do other homework. So then some days, like I have early release, so some days I'll be done by like 1:30 and completely done for the rest of the day. Or sometimes I'll log on at 7 and not get off till at 7 and I doing my whole homework for the whole week, then I'll be done by like Tuesday with everything. So I love it because like I have more time and I feel like I can focus better. Like my grades have been better than I ever have before. Not like I cheat or anything, but I mean I don't have distractions. And I don't have like distractions or anything and I just love it's kind of I like to learn, I like school and I like it. I'm okay. Ambivert, I think they call it. Like what would you do? You think I'm
remember that
an
thing on the
extrovert?
PSAT?
Oh, yeah, ambivert, bio, yeah. I
What
remember.
would you think I am, extrovert or introvert?
Extrovert.
And I'm not. I'm an ambivert because I really am like a hermit. I really am, unless I have to go out and talk to people, which I like to talk to people, but I really, contrary to popular belief, yeah, I can
No,
stay home.
That's cat.
No, but look,
No,
but
it's
here's the
not.
thing, when
It's not.
everybody was on campus, Kinley, I feel like you were very approachable, you would have talked to.
Yeah, because I am, but like.
That's
You-
what, that's
so
what
are you saying that
extroverted
you're
is.
I know,
easy to
but I'm
talk
so
to, but you don't
introverted
wanna
too.
talk to
I have
others.
like two things because I love to be by myself. I don't really like to be around people. Like,
So like, you're easy to
Sorry.
talk to, but you're not easy to be talked by? Like, you don't go out of your way to talk to people?
no, I do though.
Wait, so then we,
And what do you mean?
yeah.
I don't want to really help people.
When was the last time, hey,
Oh, damn.
when was the last time you went up to me and said hi?
I say hi to you every time I see you. The football game, I waved at you.
No, I went up to you and said hi.
Oh no, I said, hey Daniel. Oh no. I waved at you.
Yeah, we're out of this one now.
Okay, all right.
No, not like that, no, I'm not taking a side on this one. But like, I can get wanting to learn, like I truly do. You know, whenever it's an assignment that I want to do, I will go out of my way to get it done. You know, so if it's like a speech, I will go out of my way to get that done. You know, like, you guys both have seen proof of that. Right?
And on that note, I think I think that if you go to football games, you're basically extroverted. If you go to
I
football.
did it too because I don't like to go. I wanted to go that one, so I thought it was the last one. I sit at my,
Wow.
I sit in
You have that
my.
much faith in the team? Okay.
No, I'm watching my
Sorry,
computer at
so we
home.
gotta continue this.
Because this, okay,
You
this is
watch
why,
it
this
on,
is
yeah,
why,
elaborate.
because you can actually watch the game, there's no distractions of people like saying, like trying to talk to you, but you get to watch the game and pay attention. Yeah, and not be
Okay.
miserable in the
I
cold.
mean, I get it.
Oh, wow.
But the atmosphere is so much better.
It is,
and-
I don't need that, I don't really like that, that's the thing, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I like my atmosphere, like I'll be in the back and watching a football game, or like driving, and
So-
listening on the radio.
So would you rather be at the Texans game or Washington?
Well, I don't like NFL, so I would not be a Texans fan.
Okay, hypothetically speaking, you like the
However,
Texans.
I would rather
Oh my
go,
God.
I would rather go to like the name and games and watch
Okay,
on TV.
But what
Okay,
about like
same
concerts
principle
and stuff
applies
like
then.
that?
Oh, I love concerts.
That's what I mean, like, would you rather do a virtual concert or an actual?
Virtual, I don't like anything virtual, except for
Oh,
school.
I am fine.
But how does that doesn't make sense. Okay.
Selective, I would say. It's
Yeah,
just,
like-
Yeah,
Yeah, selective and divergent.
But like, I can get the wanting to learn, but there's just so much about school that just sucks. Like, I'm never gonna use pre-calc. Like, I'm genuinely not, like, when I can hire someone that can use pre-calc.
You know what,
Right now.
Nick? No, you know what, Nick, you will use free cal because you needed to get into college, and college will, is probably not
Yeah.
Okay,
Even
and I'm
if-
assuming that it.
check me out, even if, you know, your free calculus doesn't make you successful in your specific career, it helps you go to college, and your college, think about it, helps you get to that career.
Okay, but question, is college now a necessity for society? Like, you have to go to
Absolutely
college?
not,
Not at all,
absolutely
not at all.
I think
But
it is.
it applies to what you are doing,
You're,
yes. In my case, I need college to.
Yeah, well, obviously, because, yeah, you have to build the credibility.
Even at then, I feel like society is built towards where like you have to go to college in order to succeed in that. That's why
I
think-
recently,
I
no,
think
that's
it's
why,
something-
no,
I don't
me,
think so.
not recently, bro.
Phase four.
I think
Not
honestly,
recently.
college is the most
I know.
overpriced thing that you can
it's like
ever.
old money
have.
things,
It's like,
The thing is that we're gonna have a surplus of workers in certain fields and stuff, and then with that, I mean, what's the point of college?
Yeah,
If we have a
that's
surplus
very
of-
true.
because it's like, okay, here's the best example of what college can be. Alright, so I remember my uncle was telling me the story of how whenever he was hiring for like a job, right? And so he was hiring, he had one perfect candidate who did nothing wrong. Like he interviewed him, and so there's like, in the interview process, there's 3 interviews, right? They each go at separate times. So he was the first one. He found nothing wrong with the first one. The second guy had a couple of issues, but he went to Gonzaga, right? So he played basketball at Gonzaga on his way growing up, right? And so as the second and third guy go to him, they pick him over the other guy, even though he has more than he can. Why? Because he went to play basketball at Gonzaga. It's like having a ring. If you go to an interview, if you have the A&M ring, that's gonna get you so much further than someone without that. Like if you go to Georgia versus A&M, especially in Texas, like you're gonna get way more selected. Like that's what college can do, like the difference in levels of colleges. Like obviously, not every college has that pool. I'm not saying that it does. Like there's a lot of a difference between someone like a Harvard or a Lone Star, something like that. You know, it's like there's a bigger difference. in the pool.
But don't you think that's kind of unfair that we have to project sort of our society towards those kind of people that we don't really feel so comfortable with, but since they went to this specific school, we have to learn.
Well, obviously, I mean,
Well, yes,
Yeah.
I agree, but only to a certain extent, because that's mainly, capitalizing on professionalism within where you went to, right? So, you know, someone automatically has more credibility if they went to Harvard as opposed to Lone Star. But it depends on what job you're seeking. If a job is like, let's say law, right? If you went to Harvard and you went to Harvard Law, you're gonna get, hired at a law school.
yeah, no matter where.
But if, let's say you're going into like more of a technical field or something like hands-on that requires a certain specific talent, your employer is most likely gonna be more, focused on performance. Can you perform the job correctly? I don't care about what your background is. If you can do what's required of you, and if you can do to the best of your ability better than anybody else, even if they did have college, then you're a more fit candidate for the job.
But you know how rare that is for that? Like, so
Yeah.
a homeless man with literally nothing got a job once, and they made a movie about it with Will Smith as the star. It's called The Pursuit of
I
Happiness.
love that movie, dude.
Like, exactly.
You know, I love
Like,
that movie.
that's how rare it is. They literally made a movie about it with Will Smith as the
Well,
star.
he was homeless. He was homeless because he went bankrupt.
But like,
he had a home. It wasn't like he.
he just lost, and like, that's the issue, that's one of the things I had an issue with. It's like, there's some people that say, oh, the homeless people should just get a home. Or like, the stupidest one I've heard is, cancer people, man, why don't they just wish away cancer or something like that? It's like, dude, are you kidding me? It's not like they're asking to be put in this situation. Like, people who can't go to college, they're not asking to not be able to go to college. Everyone wants to be able to go to college. It's just that some are either overpriced, not allowed, or just like literally just can't for some other reason. I can't.
Well, I think if you're determined enough, you can make whatever you want to be possible. I don't think it matters. I think there could be more difficulties that you have, but I think if you really have a drive and passion to be successful, nothing can stop you if you really want what you want.
I have a story on that. Okay, so my cousin grew up like eating out of trash cans and like going from house to house with his friends. He would like wash a car for $5. He would do anything he could to get like dinner or anything. And he's the type, he has the biggest heart ever, but he's the type, he doesn't really like sub out to anyone or anything. And it's Florida, so it's kind of scarier there. And now he's like a billionaire and has his own company and everything, and he's like great. So how do you go from being homeless to being so successful and everything? It's just like his like heart, networking, and everything like that. Like he was given zero, zilch, and had no opportunities, and now all of his like people that he grew up with that were in the same situation are like begging him for everything, and like he's going back helping them out like Christmas. They'll go to McDonald's and buy like 100 hamburgers and just pass them out everywhere. So I think yes, like some people have it harder than others, but like anyone can make something out of nothing.
Can I ask this question? This is gonna get really, really, either really, really bad, really, really quick, or we're gonna have like a decent discussion. Do you think that the American dream is still a thing? And do you think that equality at the start is still a thing?
Yes, I think it still exists, but since laziness has been a wave passed down towards how it is, it's kind of hard to see that dream come about again. And now success is evolved in many platforms. We just saw, a freaking 15-year-old becomes one of the most famous celebrities just by a app named TikTok.
Are you talking about Charlie D'Amelio?
Yeah, and what I'm saying is that success can come in through many different forms.
Yeah, but like, I think that the longer time goes on, the less and less the dream is actually there, and the more and more likely you're going to be set into wherever you are, unless like some miracle happens.
Those are really rare cases. But I mean, TikTok is a very powerful platform. So like it.
Social media alone is a powerful platform.
Exactly.
But it can also destroy you very, very quickly if you overinvest in it. Yeah. If you overinvest in it, it's like one of the worst things to see. Just like how quick, because there's no TikTok long, that long. Like if music LY didn't last long, it's Vine didn't last that long. Yeah, it's Vine before Vine. Whatever it is, it's like there's certain things that that are gonna last long. I don't feel as an American citizen that is something that is now attainable, that everyone can get to, like everyone can get to the top, everyone can do it, because there are some people that are just gonna, no matter what they do, they'll hit that ceiling. I think that I'm starting to see that a little bit in terms of like high school, in the fact that you can tell who's gonna go further and who's gonna be stuck and who's gonna be. I feel like as a high schooler, I feel that like I have hit my ceiling in terms of what I can do as a potential for high school. No, not college. Like,
that's not true. That's just sorry.
That's your mind, but like.
No, I'm talking about like.
Was Bill Gates the one that was super bullied and everything, and now? Yeah,
Yeah,
like it can be someone who's not known at all, and then they're gonna be like.
But nerds rule the world now.
Yeah, like you can tell that when there is a gap between me and everyone else in like the top 100. Like used to, I could always say with like full confidence, if I was like in a neutralized field, like a test that both of us knew a lot about, both of us, I would be confident that I am at least at a respectable point. But there's just like I hit my ceiling in that aspect, in the grade like aspect. I think that is like a precursor to what could happen in life. If I don't work hard, obviously, I plan on working hard. I'm not going to quit no matter what. That's just my personality.
Well, see, the one thing that I'm noticing is like, whenever you think of American dream, you think of monetary value, you think of education, this sort of stuff that's like materialistic.
Yeah.
And that's like one of the things that I think is killing everyone. Like,
Absolutely.
we like praise people who have millions of followers. We don't really like care about we care about fame, money, all like politics and all that stuff. I mean, as much as it does sound kind of corny, I mean, the American dream really doesn't exist anymore. People don't really believe in like happiness and like a bunch of.
Yeah, 100%. I definitely agree. I think on that note, finding success in my vision is really finding what you love and not working a day in your life because you love it so much. If you truly like love what you do, it will not feel like work, right? I mean, you know, if you really love the medical field, you're gonna love helping people in it, and even though the long hours are,
Having jazz, do whatever you see there.
if you really love helping people, then it's not gonna feel like work, or it'll feel like work, but at the end of the day, you'll be more satisfied and ready to do it again tomorrow because you genuinely love what you do. And I think finding happiness in your career field is definitely one of the most important things, and not just work a 9 to 5 job because that's what's gonna pay the bills.
But some people need to realize that it takes something to get there and not just give up in the beginning and say that, oh, I'm facing so much adversity, you just have to power through it and then you can kind of.
But like, do you really know what that much adversity is? Like, people who say that, like, people who say that, oh, just power through it, it's just another day. It's like, dude, you do not know what it's like. People don't ever imagine what it's like to be the other guy, and I'm especially guilty of this, especially whenever I insult people. I never think about what I say, I just say it. Because it just comes back to
It's easier said than done. Like you can really tell like a homeless man just work hard, just keep working hard. I mean, at the same time,
there's only so much that they can do.
There's only so much that
Well,
they can
there's
do.
actually not, because my cousin grew up eating out of trash cans.
But, yeah,
And I mean, there was that
Yeah.
article that said that eating out of trash cans wasn't that bad. So, I mean, because people apparently throw away.
No one else read that article.
There's no SAT, man.
Stuff like that happens. Like stuff like there's people that truly do work hard, they do get to the top, and I mean, like, yeah. I mean, congratulate them, what else? But at the same time, there's a lot of people on this planet that will never have the same opportunities that me and you and everyone in here have had.
Okay, so then,
Why?
speaking of same opportunities, like, what do you mean?
Like mindset, I think it's a mindset.
I think that there's a lot of mindset to it,
You
but I think
can
that there
really,
is
bro,
something.
what do you mean, bro? You can create your own opportunities.
There's only so many opportunities that people can create.
Why?
You think
Not
that,
really.
that's what I'm
There's-
saying.
There's only so many opportunities.
Okay, can you, why?
Why is there only so many? It's
Yeah.
just,
Yeah, what do you?
it's just, okay, but first of all, as a person who like always did Legos, there's only so many inventions you can make. You know, it's like, that's the best example I can put.
That's a bad one, like.
For me,
hours,
it's just like-
Jogger thing, I just.
But you can, but like people are always gonna be like, you know, making this before you or that doing this before you. It's like whenever you make something that's truly different, it's like
Okay, no, I get what you're saying, but that's not the same as having an opportunity to be successful.
I kind of don't really want to go into why there's not an opportunity to be
I
successful.
think you're wrong.
Yeah, it's not really a topic I kind of want to go into.
Alright, we'll go into a different topic then. Alright, have masks became more political or safety?
Political. Bro, the
Yeah.
person
Yeah.
watching
Yeah.
the person watching
Let's
this
go to the
video,
next one.
I don't really
the
think
person
there's any
watching this video
explanation
is
for it
gonna
at all.
Yeah, that's how it's been said.
Miss Ash is gonna get mad, but
I mean, like, let's be honest, it's Daniel, you get the pass.
I don't care. Wait, what?
Yeah, it's you get the pass.
I get that.
But it's like, I think at first it was a safety thing, and now it's just an ignorance thing. It's like, this is my freedom, this is what I have, this is what I
I mean,
need.
you choose to live here or you choose to live life without it because it's gonna be around for a while, so you might as well like deal with it and buckle down and choose whether you want to have your mask on wherever you go because you believe it's real. I mean, I know a lot of people who know and believe in coronavirus but choose not to wear the mask because it limits their freedom. And you gotta, wear it around everywhere. It's hard to breathe. I don't want to get into it as kind of a political discussion, but I think it definitely has become more.
You just want to change the rest.
Okay.
I have a good thing though.
Okay,
Like,
what do you want to say?
in the beginning, like I would forget to wear it or something, and then I would get like backlash about it. But then now I'm like used to it, and I forget that I'm wearing it, and I'll like walk out of the store and like still be in the parking lot. People are like, "Why do you have that on?" I was like, "Well, I just forgot."
Yeah,
It's like,
I do whatever.
It's like the different groups, like y'all are saying, it's gonna go political, but like I've like seen it go. Just how like conditioned I thought.
Some people make it political though. Some people,
Yeah, like it doesn't have to be.
if you just want to wear your mask in peace and be yourself, social distancing, then I think that's totally okay. I think it's wrong though when you start forcing other, like your opinions on forcing people to wear masks because you just, not because it's a business idea, not because it's, for your business, you want it to be clean and sanitized, but because you as a person are just telling somebody to put your mask on. No.
I mean, to be fair though, I do tell people to put their mask on whenever they enter my workshop, well, not workshop, where I work, but it's like, because it's required, it's like, if you enter a place that's required, to me, you kind of have to wear it. Like, if you say, oh no, I want to breathe, oh no, you're
Like I
losing
said,
my rights, it's like, dude, you're required to wear it here by the state of Texas and by the building.
That's
Like,
what
why
I
are
said.
you not?
That's like what I said though, that's a business, that's like a business, so it's like required by law to do that. I'm talking about if you're just walking on the street, somebody doesn't have their mask on, they're just walking by themselves, and then, you go up and be like, hey bro, put your mask on. Like, no.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I mean,
That's what I'm talking about.
a business has every right to choose what rules that they have and
Yeah.
everything. I mean, like, as much as I don't like the mask, whenever I'm at work and my boss tells me that I have to tell everyone to put the mask on, I do it because that's my job.
You're literally paid to do it.
Unless they're.
I'm under a contract.
When you said something about private, what was that?
It's like I just read, it's like private businesses.
Well, next question. Yeah, this one's really, really controversial. What do you guys take the vaccine?
Yeah.
I don't care if it's
At
issued
this
by,
point.
I don't care if it's issued by Biden or something. It is safe. It has been declared. If it has been declared
You
safe,
don't
I'm
know
taking it.
that. My mom.
If it has not been declared safe, I will not take it. If it has been declared safe, I'm taking it.
Yeah, I agree with you, because I'm gonna wait, like, I'm not gonna be one of the first ones to get it, obviously, but I will wait like a year, I'll wait like a year or two and I might get it,
Yeah, so like,
We won't know though, that's the thing. Like my mom's a nurse and she doesn't want to get it and she doesn't have to. But she's done it like when she's older, but she doesn't want me to get it because I know that doesn't know what it's gonna do if it can do something that doesn't work. It's kind of like that.
Well, does she have to get it because of her occupation?
They don't know yet, they haven't found out she hasn't knows because she's not specified directions.
okay, so then do you guys think that people aren't getting it for the sole purpose that it came out during the end of the Trump
No.
administration? Do you think that is not a reason?
Some people probably.
I think for
yeah,
sure some
honestly,
people,
I think
yeah.
some people would be that weird about it, but I don't think most people did. Yeah, like I don't, because that'd be like, I guess it'd be the left side. If we're gonna be as broad as possible, it would be the left side, and the left side normally enjoys science and trying not to be as rude as possible here.
That's like they're like.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing is that like, when it
You're
comes
Not
to,
to get political.
The up, down, left, right.
Yeah,
All right, next topic, okay.
Matthew, you kind of been missing with these topics, better choose his anger.
Okay, all right. Sure, I mean, we already kind of touched it, but I mean, like, how do you guys see yourself after graduating high school?
That's something that you can never determine until you're in the moment, actually.
No, but like,
You can see where like you want to go, and you see what you
not
want to do.
career-wise, but I mean,
But,
like, how far do you think you'll shoot up?
You mean like the social ladder or the economic ladder? Or you talking in like the
This
present,
is
rich,
your
Your
poor?
ladder.
personal own ladder. How you think you're gonna do that?
Shoot, I actually can't think now.
I'm gonna stop worrying about all these little honor societies and stuff. I'm gonna have like nothing to do.
I feel like that's a really good decision.
I know.
I
That's
feel like,
why
no,
I'm trying to chill out.
I feel like it's senior year, bro. We got one semester left, like, live it up, bro.
I'm ready to, I'm preparing myself now to live it
Go
up,
back to school.
to live it up.
That's how make your life.
I don't. So I'm preparing myself to be able to live it up in college, live it up.
No,
Because I still will be studying for.
I get it, but this is the last, bro.
This is the last
You're gonna have
day.
your
I've
senior
never
year
had
online.
like a senior year experience or like a high school experience like that. I could, I kind of do, like my friends know.
Yeah.
But I know what you see, but I don't really like all this.
I agree, I've set up my entire senior year for college and
Yeah.
getting ready.
I get it.
Like not like a party scene or anything, like I have friends like that, but I'm associated with that, but I don't like.
You don't
If
go out of
ask
your
them
way.
at least,
I guess
yeah.
what Daniel means is like getting out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, that's one thing I told Matthew about. We hung out a lot. We talk about getting out of a comfort zone and how it really helps you not be so I guess, one-sided, or closed-minded is a better word. Because I genuinely think that if you're more open-minded to meeting people, talking to people, new ideas, new information, knowledge from everybody, then like I just feel like you're being more complete human being. Seriously, bro, like if you take a year to just travel and learn about different countries and literally just learn about the world. I mean, that's a broader context, but as I was talking to Matthew, I was talking to Matthew, I was like, yo, when we're out in public, bro, if you see a cute girl, go up and ask her a Snapchat, like, yo, what's up? Because if you don't get out of your comfort zone, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I gotta let this happen. Come on now. You gotta have that type of that split decision. Like, am I gonna do this right now, or am I gonna regret not doing it? Right. So if I'm over here like, okay, do I want to go and ask this guy for his business card? If he's like a CEO, right? If he's like a multi-million-dollar CEO, and I have the confidence to go up to him and be like, yo, man, I really love what you're doing. Is there any way I can get your business card? Maybe I want to work with you in the future. People love to see that confidence going up to somebody. It doesn't matter, like, if you present yourself with confidence and you have intentions, to do something successful with yourself, and not even just that, just branching out, dude, getting out of your comfort zone. You will find so many more opportunities, and that leads back to what you were saying with opportunities. Everybody has equal opportunities. Doing that, you will definitely have to have a much better experience as a whole.
Networking.
So do you guys think it's not what you know, who you know? You think that common phrase is true?
I think so, but I think also what you know can help you out a lot with who you know. Because if who you know, it can only help you to a certain extent. If what you know can get you in the door with who you know.
It's more like not what the classes take, it's more how many hands you shake, like how many people. Well,
Yeah.
that sounds
Yeah.
weird. That sounds weird, but like
Yeah.
it's like how many people.
Okay,
you
rapper. I mean, I get some bars on me. Okay.
No, like just how many people you eventually meet up in the future and then link up and collaborating is such an important thing, and I feel like it's been like kind of destroyed because of COVID.
But actually, I just want to say one last thing, and then I can let y'all get off of it. But going off of what he's saying, my experience with COVID, I think I want to talk a little bit about my experience with COVID. Going into COVID, I thought it would be horrible for my business. I'm like, photography, games were canceled, right? During spring break, I went on a college visit to Texas Tech. That's when I'm going to be going to college and doing football and all that stuff.
This is fantastic, guys. You didn't want
I got you. But as I was there, it was the last day before everything got canceled. Right, everything. Flights got shut down. Da 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 da. So I was there and I met this one of the media representatives for the College of Media and Communications that handles football and media and all that. And I shook her hand and I was like, yo, can I get your business card? This is what I want to do. I really love the program. I love football at this university, and I think we could definitely do some great work together. She gave me her business card, and she told me this one guy to reach out to, who has already graduated, and he works with the Cardinals. So I reached out and I DM'd him on Instagram, and he gave me his email, and I've kind of been interning under somebody who works for the Cardinals, and a lot of other people that work at Texas Tech football. And leaving a senior high school, and not like, that's kind of unheard of, right? And actually, I wasn't a senior; I was a junior because that was in grade close. So, showing the initiative at the junior level to be working at a college football program, I'm not even trying to sound cocky or braggy. I'm just being honest. How it comes off as passionate and driven, and reaching out for those opportunities has helped me during COVID when everything was shut down. NFL players still need somewhere to train for like 4 months. You can't work out of your facility, the testing training camp was closed. So I worked with NFL players, Bradley Roby, DeAndre Hopkins actually, Isaac Whitney. There's a lot of guys who will play professional football. They need somewhere to train. They're local in Houston. Jalen Hurts plays for the Eagles now on the NFL. these guys are all training somewhere, so, you know, you reach out, that was the first time during COVID when I got to shoot an NFL workout. So I think you know, having the networking opportunity to do that and just putting yourself out there is just, it's a domino effect that leads you to where you want to be if you really driven towards that. So that's all I gotta say. I remember that now. Yeah, but I still did, not.
No, but that.
Yeah, I think we should elaborate on our COVID experience. Gustavo, do you wanna go?
Yeah, I'll go. I mean,
I think yours is probably the most inspiring. No offense, man. But it's like,
We were talking about this actually the other day.
yeah, I kind of found myself at a really low point in life. I mean, like, I wasn't really happy with, like, you know, like, everything. Like, you have friends, you have, like, you know, your experiences in high school, you do, like, a bunch of fun stuff, but at the same time, you're not really, like, seeing who you truly are. And I mean, that kind of goes on to, like, with, like, a lot of problems here at Oak. I mean, I kind of see, like, how a lot of people have, like, big egos, and like, they don't see, like, from a different point of view, I guess. And, like, for me, I guess, like, I kind of found myself at that point, like, I'm not really, like, I'm not progressing myself, like, internally, externally either. And so, like, I kind of just started, like, working out. And I mean, at the same time, that's whenever, like, everything started getting shut down. I mean, like, you know, with, like, being online and stuff, I was, like, kind of isolated myself for a long time. And I mean, like, being, like, nearly, like, 4 months at your house and just, like, constantly just going to work out by yourself, running and stuff, like, you kind of, like, start to lose it mentally. And, like, that's why I had to go back to school. Like, I was like, not where I was, like, where I usually was. And I mean, it does sound kind of stupid, but, like, on some, like, real stuff, like, I was, like, not, like, right. And, yeah. But, like, yeah, I started working out, and in total, I've lost, like, nearly 96 pounds. Yeah, and, yeah, I kind of, like, didn't really see myself, like, ever getting to that point in my life. But, I mean, like, I did, and luckily, like, I did find, like, a drive. I mean, I don't know, it was just, like, a click in my brain that kind of just said, like, hey, you gotta, like, get up off your ass, start moving. And, like, I was like, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're seriously respectful.
Yeah.
Awesome.
you might be about to lose 100 times.
Yeah.
How many people could say we can do that?
And right now, I mean, like, I'm just trying to, like, get myself, like, just stronger, like, just so I can look better. I mean, like,
When you say
just,
stronger, do you mean stronger mentally or stronger physically?
physically. I mean, like, yeah, I mean, I kind of, like, and also over this COVID thing, I mean, I've also learned to, like, see from other people's perspectives. I mean, for a long time, in my opinion, I supported, like, Trump and all that. And I look back on it, and I'm like, yeah, it's not really a good thing. I'd say I was kind of proud of. And you kind of see from, like, the outside, and, like, how other people feel and how other people, like, experiences and, like, opportunities that they have. And, like, sadly, like, I did have a really good opportunity in my life to have both my parents with me and to have them supporting me constantly. And so I guess, yeah.
I think my COVID experience is similar to the Gustavo's in the fact that I lost everything. But it's not the fact that I got it back. I still learned trying to be still. You know, as a person, at the start of Corona, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't do it. No one thought it was gonna last as long as it has. Like everyone was like, I mean, is it really gonna be that bad? You know, it's like at that point I was more worried. Honestly, I was like still thinking about Kobe at that point. Like I was more like as much as that sounds like a joke. I was like Kobe's death hit me harder than Kobe at first. Until I went around and I just saw everything like just go to shit basically. And then it's like not only does everything go to shit, not only does everything get locked up, I'm also like away from everyone. And so you guys know me, you know, like I function well with like let's be quite frank, I function well in a lot of groups further. I hate to say it, I kind of am the center of attention. Like I do kind of like being that. Like I don't think anyone doesn't like it, but like I take it a little bit further. I think that's but it's like not being around anyone, not having any interaction, not talking to, literally not talking to any of my friends for like 2 months, good 2 months, to where it's just me, myself, and I. And it's just, I remember just thinking to myself, is this really what this is going to be like? And I remember it just got to the point where I wasn't passionate about it. You guys like know me well enough to know that I'm passionate about a lot. Everything that I thought I was passionate about, I lost. I have no care, not just for my own like health. I gained like 20 pounds of like fat, just pure fat. when I had like less than 10 before. I gained more than I already had. I just did not care about anything or anyone, and I think that COVID has hit me, I'm not gonna say it hit me harder, but like, it's definitely hit me hard in the fact that no matter what I do, I'm always gonna have to live with whatever decisions I do there. I don't really want to go into it, but it's like, it's just gonna hit me the fact that I lived through this time, and this is what I did with my time. It's not like I did what Daniel did with this way, what Gustavo did in this way, not what some of the rest of you guys have done and survived. I did what I did, and it's like, honestly, it kind of cost me everything. It's kind of made me look at myself as like, is this really what I am? You know, it's like, I don't know. I know, like, I'm not the best person, but let's be honest here, I'm not the best person. Like, I don't think that that's a lie to say that I'm like a good person, but it's like, just understanding that, like, I was sitting there for 2 months with literally no interaction with anyone, no one to lean on, no one to talk to, literally no one. And it's like, I don't want anyone to ever have to go through that again. That's why, I reached out to Jacob, like, earlier, it's like, if you ever need anything, I'm here. Like, I'm here for all of you. I know that, like, that sounds cheesy as hell, and it's like, whatever, I don't care. Like, if you guys ever actually need anything or ever need to talk, I'm here. It's like, just truly feeling alone for the first time in my life. Like, I've always felt separated from everyone. I think maybe that's why I like being accepted, because I like being accepted, whatever. And it's like, just being alone and truly just only having yourself is the worst feeling. I would never put it on even the people that I hate, the people that I truly, truly hate. I would never put it on. Because it's the worst feeling to just have yourself. To not have any faith in anyone, not even your own God. Whatever God you may support, whatever religion you have, like, not even having faith in that. So you have no faith in yourself to where it's like, you have nothing. To where you feel like you have nothing, where everything is smack. Just like that. And it's still, like, again, it's still the worst feeling. I don't want to put anyone through that, Even if I insult you guys, just know that I do care about you guys. Human.
I don't think anybody can say you're actually really like,
Yeah, bro, you're good.
and dude, what I'll say about that is, I don't know how you personally have felt when you've gone through that rough time of being rock bottom, so to say, as you say. But there was also a time in COVID where I was going through a breakup with my last girlfriend. And that's when a lot of motivation just went away, and that's when even I wasn't passionate about photography and editing at some point. Um, I didn't want to really do anything. I was eating like garbage. I was trying to eat really healthy. I was trying to keep my fitness up, and that's why I stayed in pretty good shape. I'm not the biggest guy, but I'm in pretty good physical shape. And I think that when you're at that rock bottom stage, the only difference separating somebody who stays in it and wallows in the loneliness and sadness and everything going on is having the mental fortitude, the mental knowledge that not to say maturity, but to know that this is not who I want to be right now. In this moment, you take it, you let it in, you let the sadness come in, and you just decide to move on from it. You're in the moment, it sucks. It sucks. I'm sure everybody has gone through rough times. And like I said, I don't want to take anything away from your experience because I've experienced this too. I know exactly what you feel like. Because during that time when COVID was really hitting, I was going through a really rough time as well. But it's like I said, for you, it was something that clicked. So it's we all have something in here that tells us to get up and make a decision to start doing something better with yourself. Start making a change to know that you're not going to be alone. That you are alone right now, but it's not going to stay that way. If you want to make a change, knowing that inside of you, you have the power to do so. Whether or not you need anybody else around you. I started throwing myself into work, right? I started doing everything I could to make myself more successful, and I feel like whatever in your case, whatever you wanted to do to make yourself more successful, it doesn't even have to be success. It could just be focusing on yourself, right? And I know that everybody's been sad and dragged through the mud, and I really think that if you were going through something like that, or if you still are, try and dial in on take some time to do some soul searching. think sit down and be with your own thoughts, man. Like think about it. What do I really want to do? What do I want to be like? Do I really want to be in this state? If you, as long as you can recognize that yourself, being completely aware of how you're feeling and what you're feeling at that moment, and being, you know what, and saying, I don't want to be like this anymore. It's having the mental ability to make a decision not to be like that anymore, but knowing that you're in that state, and having the mental capacity to say, no, I don't want to be in that state anymore. No, I want to make things better. And how am I going to start? What's step one? What I got to do? First thing, I just do something, man. I think when you let it kind of eat you up, it gets really overwhelming. But I think if you just take a second to step back and think about it, you can start picking it apart one by one, focusing on yourself one by one. Little things, man. When everything is piled on you, it feels like the whole world can come crashing down. And the whole world did come crashing down for a lot of people. A lot of people had their lives ruined for COVID. But a lot of it is the strength. And like I said, it's not about how hard you get hit, it's about how hard you get hit and can get back up. I really think that's so true. And I think it's really evident in people who have gone through COVID, because if you notice, people who are strong and before COVID, when COVID hit and they got through it, they're stronger. You know, if you can get through COVID and you can get through the mental toll that COVID has put on everybody in this room, then I feel like you will come out as such a stronger person. And as you can see, I know he's a stronger person. I know I'm a stronger person. You know, I don't know exactly if you had anything similar, during the time, but I feel like if you apply some of those same principles and strategies when you're just thinking about yourself and really doing some self-realizations type stuff, maybe you'll find yourself to be really a lot more happy with who you are.
If I can elaborate further, I mean, like, the one thing I did find was, like, I was a super materialistic type person. I really like working and having money. And for that reason, like, without work, you kind of find out, like, who you really are.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
one thing that I saw. I mean, like,
Yeah.
and like, right now, I was working at HEB as well. I mean, like, I quit because I was like, you're not doing what makes you happy.
Yeah, and I think I agree on that because my parents made me work at Bluefin Sushi. Come by for a roll if you want to work, set Fridays and Saturdays. Not for free, but I'll try and find you a discount.
Hey, let me get you guys my college.
If you like Bluefin Sushi, come by. I'm serious. It is really good. I recommend the Red Moon State Dog, California. But anyways, like I said, like off of Gustavo's point, I think that when you're not throwing yourself into doing something busy work, kind of throwing yourself into something, you have that self-realization moment. That's when you're at rock bottom, when you're at your low, when you're not doing something preoccupying yourself, when you leave everything else at the door and you can think about who you are. And in terms of him, I think I actually want to hear more about when you quit and how that.
You kind of like lose who you are. Like, you kind of like lose like your personality. You lose like everything to you. I mean, like, yeah, that's one thing I realized during COVID. I mean, like, I was a really messed up person. Like, I used to make up some really jokes. Right?
Okay, I'm not gonna cap, I do that all the time.
And I mean, I still do, but like, it's not like to that extent. Like, you realize like how bad of a person you really were, and then like you kind of move on and see like, okay, good, I moved on, I'm a better person now. But like, how can I change other people? Because there's a lot of people here that are really bad. Like that they don't see how they affect other people and how they like ruin like, I guess like how. Like just like their high egos, and they're like they don't see like how they're like.
I think what you're trying to say is maybe how what you say about other people can ruin their image about themselves.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Because saying something as a joke, maybe even if you're being sarcastic, everybody. I mean, I'm sure you've always heard that every joke has some slight truth to it. Even if what you're saying isn't factual, even if you're saying it's not true, you know. The fact that there was intent to say the joke in the first place means that it had to come from somewhere. So even if you're not being 100% serious, if you say something that really attacks somebody but has a joke content, then that person is going to take it seriously and they're going to take it to heart, and that can really mess someone up if you're not careful about what you say and how you say it. Yeah, absolutely.
Going back, okay, I don't want to get deep again or anything, but
When you're going to do that.
I know, okay, so you're talking about like how there's distractions and you take time to focus on yourself. So COVID for me, when did things like March?
March,
Yeah.
spring break, kind of summer
Okay,
break.
so my dad is a police officer, he works at Houston area every year, so one of the top level police officers there. So that's like a big thing for our family, so he's away for like the 2 weeks that it goes on, so just me and my mom. So March, I showed Cal, okay, so I have a Cal there, it was a big deal. March, okay, I noticed my mom like acting a little bit differently, and her and my dad having a conversation, and she's like, oh, I have something to do this day, blah, blah, blah. So then right before, I think it was like literally like the day before Houston Radio got canceled, I walked upstairs and she had bawling her eyes out. And then she told me she had pancreatic cancer, which is like horrible kind of cancer. That's really deep. Okay. So COVID for me, I've had to kind of like bombard myself with things. Same with her. Like she's the type of person that has like 1,000 thoughts an hour to keep her going and like not focus on like the horrible things that have been going on. So for me, I think that's why I do everything that I do. Like I have to like overwork myself so I don't have time to like focus on all the shit that's going on.
Yeah.
And like with her, okay, so she couldn't work and everything. She had huge surgery and everything. My dad couldn't work radio because it got canceled. So like a huge financial thing for my family too. My mom's health. And then my dad with the financial thing, my dad's like he's very frugal, I would say. So yeah, super.
Dude, that's me. That's
Super.
me.
Yeah, he's kind of told me the same things, but yeah, that was horrible for my family too. And all of us were kind of just like shocked with everything going on, just like everyone else would be. But I feel like the only good thing about any of it was my college essay. Like that's all I got. I think we're seeing the TikTok, but yeah, that was a very hearty essay, I would say. But it's been really different for me, from like what you said, trying to focus on yourself and not like getting caught up in so many things. I've like had to get myself caught in.
Okay. Well, yeah, I think in your case, kind of throwing yourself in the work has helped you get out of that rut.
Yeah.
You know, because it gives you the drive to work something out.
Mhm.
So I think as long as the end result is still the same and you find that kind of more focusing on something that you really want to do and within yourself that you really want to do, I think as long as you get the same result, then
Yeah, I feel like it's encouraged me to do more. Just like realizing that things like that didn't happen. Like I didn't really push to do it.
And real quick on the note where always needing to be working. My mom is the same way. She used to be a teacher, and she's always on her feet, agenda, doing everything. Has a bullet list. So I'm talking like every 30 minutes. What I gotta do. And then on breaks, when she didn't have school, she'd get sick because the stress and always doing something keeps your adrenaline up. It keeps your body working. It keeps your everything. People thrive off of the stress and energy and constantly needing to do something. So that's what a lot of times can get people out of a rut in your case. Not saying that you were always stressed out, but you were, but if it helped you out of the situation, then it's a positive.
I think so, and I think it's like elevated because I was like that before, and I also like did it for my mom. I think that's just like her personality though, but with her diagnosis, it like took things away from her, from like what she could do. So the whole thing, like my whole family, like behind her, I had to go behind her and like not let her know that obviously we're all struggling, but like her thing is to have like something to do to take her mind off of it, but she didn't have anything to do. So we kind of had to be like, okay, we don't have time to sit and cry about it or be like whatever. We have to like just keep going and see what happens and keep going. It was unprecedented with the way it's ever lived. It was
Sorry for these difficult unknown times.
unprecedented,
Yeah.
unprecedented. I think everything's unprecedented.
I think so too.
So, I mean, yeah, everyone just deals with different things. So I definitely had to not lower myself and had to push everything.
Yeah, my dad, my stepdad actually did take a big hit financially. He's a salesman. He's a finance.
Yeah, okay, so I just wanted to go back to doing something, no, that's just all right, it's like, the thing that honestly got me out, and still figuring out that it's still there, because I still have to deal with it every day, but it's like, the thing that honestly got me out of that was my friend, and just doing something with him. I think Matthew, yeah, you were the one that really got me out of that scenario, you know? Before I went to play basketball, I genuinely was not sure if I would be able to go. Like, like there were days where I would take off from school where I'd just sit there and just wallow in my own misery. And it's like, just giving me something to distract myself. Like, even if it's simple as basketball, just helped save my life. Like, literally, man, you helped save me. Like, I wouldn't be here without you. Like, I know that's tough and it's not crazy here, but you definitely, like, just reaching out and giving people something to do, something to grab on can help save anyone, you know, and just like, Matthew doing that to me really meant something to me. You know, I think we didn't really talk much for like what, 2 years. Just like, then that came and it was like that happened at the perfect time. Like it helped give me something to just take my mind off, even for a couple hours. Even for a couple hours. Just take my mind off everything. Just for a couple hours. And that really helped me, you know, keep going. I can fully understand why people, you know, I finally fully understand why people, you know, do stuff to distract themselves from their troubles, you know, like doing soccer or doing basketball, doing homework or whatever the heck it is, you know, going to school. Like, genuinely, I can finally, like, used to, I thought that none of this would affect me, that, like, basically I thought I'm myself, like, I still kind of do. But it's like, I look at myself now as, like, as moral as any person can ever be, you know, because, like, I've had to face everything that I've feared for, like, my entire life. And it's like, it's all just come crashing down at once. And it's like, to have things to do, it's the greatest thing that you can ever do, you know? And that's why this time of year is probably the special time of year. It's the time where it's like, I have to look back at myself. You know, just take a look back and to see like, that I made it to this point where I didn't think like a couple months ago that I would make it to this point, you know? And it's like, I have everyone around me who's thankful for it, you know? That's why Thanksgiving to me, whenever people do it off, it just pisses me off this year than ever before. Because it's like, you really don't understand what you have until you lose it.
Wait, what do you mean go wrong?
Like people were just like playing, so Kinley knows, people were playing Christmas music. Like we were playing Christmas music at home, work.
That's not good.
But like, no, because it's like, like my boss literally said, hey, we're not gonna do any promotion for Christmas or for Thanksgiving. We're gonna do all for Christmas. I was like, are you freaking kidding? Like, it's like,
Well,
dude, there's
why is that interesting that way?
because it's like people don't understand that like what you have in front of you, what you have right next to you, what you've left behind potentially, you know, that is you need to be thankful for everything that you've gotten to your point. You know,
No, dude, I for
Like-
sure agree. I just think that just because they
Because
didn't
it's
play
like-
the songs in your work, but I mean,
no,
everyone's
it's
still
not
had
that. Not that's just an example.
Oh,
That's
I
just
know
an
what you're
example.
talking
That's just
about.
an example. You know, it's like that's not the trigger. It's just the fact that people often look at Christmas before they look at Thanksgiving.
That's true.
That's what I mean. It's like this year that really like that kind of annoys me in general. It's like where you see like in October like or like November 4th, they'll
Yeah.
have Santa already probably.
Yeah.
And it's like that before just annoyed me and the fact that it's like, dude, why do you have
That's
that?
mostly marketing for Christmas.
But it's like now it just infuriates me because it's like, dude, you don't know what's like Thanksgiving should be, in my opinion, like one of the biggest, if not the biggest holidays now. At least for me, because of what it represents for me. Just to be there with family, be there with friends, you know, talk to people,
I think
just to, you know, experience the world.
I think what I see that you're educated on is that you see it that people are more seeing the commercial thing aspect of it rather than
No, for sure. I think that morally, Thanksgiving is definitely the most important holiday. But I think religiously Christmas, and I think in terms of young people, I think Halloween is a good holiday. So it can be like, it just depends on how you view it. I think if you have a more of a mature view, not to say that if you don't think Thanksgiving is the best holiday, you're immature. I'm just saying that the literal meaning, if you don't follow Christianity or Catholicism, then you would definitely think Christmas, just based on solely the meaning of what it represents, then it's a really important holiday and that it means a lot to your life and how you live it. But I think that morally, Thanksgiving is the most, I think, the best holiday because it reconnects bonds that you know are there and that you need to make stronger. If you meet people and you be back up with people, and it's like reinforcing your relationship with people. And that's at least how I see it. I see Thanksgiving as reinforcing relationships and bonds with people that have a lot of meaning in your life. And I think it adds, a lot of depth to who you are as a person, especially your character too. Not just sitting there sitting there just to get the food and maybe, watching football.
I think it's like a long thing, but y'all like see on TikTok, it was like, what's controversial, there's something controversial about something. Did y'all see
It's
that?
a pride of American.
Okay, okay, that's.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Yeah, there's like a whole bunch of TikToks about why people shouldn't be celebrating it because it's back then, I mean.
Yeah, but the meaning.
You can't
Now
deny
it
that that
is.
happened.
I mean, it did
I
happen
know,
like that,
but
but
like
it's just,
all
Yeah,
I
that's not a
saw.
reason to not celebrate.
Because people
I'm not
have,
saying it is,
because-
but my whole entire TikTok was people saying like, you shouldn't be celebrating this, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, well, a lot of that's to each their own. Like, if you can make your own meaning out of it. I find Thanksgiving really important because it gives me a chance to reach out to people that mean a lot to my life. Thanksgiving isn't necessarily about physically meeting with somebody. It's about letting it be known that you're thankful for somebody in your life. Whether, whoever it be, whatever they've done. I'm thankful for a lot of people, thankful for a lot of people here, thankful for this opportunity to be given my 2 cents on everything.
It's not what you had to take.
yeah, I have a really good question for y'all. So if y'all had to do this year again, would y'all do it? Wait, no, like, including the only, since it already is December 15th, I mean, would you do it again?
Would I run it back?
Would you, no, would you go back and live your same exact experiences?
Well, what are your other options?
Don't skip the year, throw it
Skip the
away.
year,
It's like not.
Oh, okay, well,
Like, why have you memory
Because
twice?
the thing is, I mean, like, if who you are today, right now, in this room, compare that to who you were maybe January. Are you the same person, or do you think better or worse?
Definitely better in my opinion.
I think I'm a little bit engulfed in the fact that now I really can fully live that in, but I'm still trying to be a better person. But that might take a lot longer than taking some. But it's like, I feel that I would run this year. I would do everything I would, even if, as much pain as it caused me, as miserable as it was, as much hurt as it was the whole year. I would still do it over again because, it just really made me like take a look back on it and actually reach it. So like, most of the time I was like live in the moment, don't revel in anything, just do whatever you do, It's like whatever happens, happens. Now it's like, okay, let's take a moment. I remember like even now, I'm literally sitting back and just looking around and saying, oh, this would be great. This is like one of my best moments, just to be able to talk to people. I didn't think for a long time that I would see a lot of you again. Like, I didn't not think I would see you guys again. Like, and so just being able to just see everyone, even Darnell, I haven't talked to him. Good grief, but it's like, it's like just doing stuff like that really, like, it hits me harder than before, I've said it, but it's like,
So let me ask y'all. So going, I know you said we could do it over, but I want to ask each and every one of you. And I'm sorry, Matthew, I'm gonna say something. But I'm kind of going off of what your question was. I know you say, would you do it over? Would you do anything different? Would you take any points and maybe change how you reacted to the situation, how you might have done something? Is there anything you would have done differently? That makes sense, Mark. Anyone? I'm gonna go around the circle. I think it's really good.
which one do you want to start?
Well, you were talking. I'm gonna be really on that.
I probably, I'm not saying I'm like really, really great where I am right now, but everything happened here and blah, 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 but I can't think of at least anything that something really, oh, that's something. So I have this college counselor lady who does all of my, like, checks and everything, so I don't have to stress like that much about finding college, because I would if I didn't have her. Huh? She like, okay, like applications, she'll tell me every deadline and everything, like, go, like, revise and edit every single one, and like marketing, so like, I want to go to TCU, so then I apply also to SMU to like get them, because college is a business, college is competition, and everything like that. So the thing is, like, I'm only allowed to apply to like 8 schools, which, and like, there's only a few that are like in the top 2, you have to apply to like lower schools too. But like I've got, like I'm getting like every like piece of mail that all the football players post, so really like all this is released the same letter that every kid gets. Anyway, like seeing that those, like Auburn, Clemson, like I was like, oh, I really wish I would have applied there, stuff like that. Like I so could have, but I just didn't because heard, like I'm not supposed to, but I wish I would have, just to see or just to like,
Just to experience.
just to go out of my like
So you mean
comfort
she
zone
wouldn't
and
have
like,
let you
no,
apply?
I wasn't supposed to apply.
But can't you do like a separate submission on your own?
You can, but it'll affect, it's supposed to affect the whole, because it's like really like the extreme couponer of college. Of course, my dad was gonna do that, because it saves money like that. So, I probably should have, because what if I just am like,
You gotta have options, right?
I do have options, I have a lot of
I'm
options.
saying you wanna have Auburn and Clemson as
I
an option,
do,
that'd
but
be
those
just.
two just aren't on my option list. I wish kind of like they were, because I wish, like, I was thinking, like, what if I could be going here, what if, so.
All right, Jacob, what would you do differently? You haven't seen, you've been sitting back
Yeah,
there,
you
reveling in the moment,
Yeah.
listening.
We need a spiel.
Alright, well.
Hey, you look like you were about to say something when I said that.
Yeah, I got a big one, alright, I'm about to open up.
Whoa.
Alright, this happened recently too, not my proudest moment, I definitely changed it, so 2 weeks ago, my girlfriend broke up with me on a Saturday, and I had the most regretful action, I think, ever, because, let me give you some background. I went to a mental hospital back in freshman year for major depression. I took some pills for it, but I kind of threw them out because I didn't care for them anymore. I thought I was good, and I was. And like on the COVID thing, COVID hasn't affected me that much. I feel like I've constantly improved until the last 2 weeks, and I probably would have taken it back, but the reaction I had to the breakup was bad. I essentially went back to what I did in freshman, and I cut myself pretty bad multiple times. I had to go to the hospital, but like you were saying with like time to think, I was in that hospital bed for like probably like 4 or 5 hours alone, just in the dark. And I had some time to think, and yeah, I think that out of this year, that would be the action that I would go back and take back, because after going to the hospital and having all these nurses be like, you know, I'm here for you, and you're like a son to me and everything, and like having my parents there and all that, I kind of just questioned like why I would do such a thing, because it is a selfish act, because you try to take your life away from everyone else. And like I thought to myself, like, why am I doing that? You know, like everyone in my life cares about me a lot, so why should I do that? And also another drive is I want to repay them back. I want to repay every last one, like the nurses and everything, because, you know, like we said about like people and everything, like it's really the people you know, and those people helped me a lot through it. So, but yeah, that would be mine. Would be to not react as I did and be a little bit more graceful with the news.
I don't know if,
That was very good, I appreciate it.
I don't know if everyone is gonna, I feel like soon everyone's gonna do this talk, but like, I just want to say to everyone here, like, we're here for you.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's tough to like, yeah, to act like nothing happened, trust me. You know, I remember I kind of did the same thing, but I remember on that day, my parents noticed something was off, and they were like, Nick, what's wrong? And it was like, people always ask me, what's the toughest thing you've ever done? And it's like, I normally give like joking answers, is like, oh, taking this test, or I take this one, like, ooh, da da da. And it's like, and then if like I'm genuinely trying to be serious, I give them this answer. I've only given it 3 times. I told my parents that I was fine and everything was. And like, just I think that that's something that people should be more open about, because you're right, there is a certain shame about like living from it, you know, just like living in the moment. Because I remember just waking up the next day with like, you probably saw me honestly, like I was not the same that next day. It was a couple of months ago, like at the start of the year. I'd say like October. And I remember just like crying in the middle of class, in the middle of Panther, in front of everyone. And like, I don't know if anyone noticed. If you guys didn't, then thank God, because that is the most embarrassing thing that I've ever done. Because every time I cry, I always look back at myself, it's like, did you really just cry over that? You know, it's like,
Bro,
I don't know.
I'm sure.
I don't know if that's, I don't know if everyone has it.
Bro.
I don't know if everyone has it. I try and keep everything the same. And then whenever people are around me were like noticing that, because normally people like take me, I think, I'm not gonna take for granted, but like they expect that I'm gonna be. And there's the thought that like, I'm actually wasn't, like the thought of going to sleep with, might be really dark, but just a bloody hand, a whole arm covered in blood, my own blood after trying to do this, and just going to sleep and just thinking, please end this now, please, forgive me for everything. That was what I wanted my lifetime to be, forgive me for everything. And it's like, just waking up the next day and just being ashamed that I tried that. It's like the toughest thing that you can possibly do, to just go out and act like normal. And I know it must have taken so much strength. I did not know that all this would happen to me, and I would have reached out. I promise I would have, man. I went through some tough times too. I'm here. We're here for you. I ain't gonna say blood brothers because that's kind of weird. But like, I'm here for you. Like, dude, we're all like, if you need help, we're all here for you, man. I feel like people need to reach out more. I feel like I've been doing that a little bit more. But I think like, just I think we need to reach out to more people now than ever because we don't know what.
Good point. Good point.
I feel like people
Always
always
check out DMs, bro. Please. I know you'll be getting hit up, so.
Yeah. I tried it up. But it's like, I think that doing that to someone really can help. Like Matthew did it for me. I want to do it, check on an email. That's happened. But it's like, it's like, just not, I think that's probably my biggest regret is not reaching out to people when you do it. And it's like, or not understanding the full concept. That's it, it's like, because there's so much that goes on in every concept. Like, COVID has really fucked us all up. Like, come on, let's be honest here. COVID has really fucked us all up.
No, dude, there are so many, I'm going off that, it sucks. It really does. I was supposed to shoot football games, but I can't because they don't let people into COVID. I mean, I don't want to, I'm just saying, just my experience with it. It really sucks. It cuts off a lot of stuff. I've been lucky to have a good experience with it, at some point, but it really does limit so much that you can do. There's a lot of stuff you can't do when you're
But there are some good things.
Yeah,
I still
absolutely.
like the news. There's a lot
Great
of
thing. Fantastic thing.
things.
Should we transition into Christmas?
Hold on.
Nah, I wait, Matthew.
Yeah, Matthew,
Yeah, he didn't say anything. How would you just say go to good?
What'd you do differently? If you could, or what'd you do differently? And if so, what? And if not, why?
Shoot, okay. I mean, I would definitely take back something. But, I don't know if I can exactly name them because they're more so towards people themselves. This year, I'm not gonna lie, I lost so many friends. So many friends. Those memes where you guys say, like, freshman year, I started with this
I've seen it, yeah.
Senior year, I got like 3 people.
Yeah.
No joke, that's how it feels. And it is just absolutely terrible. I lost many friends. I would say consequential, it was upon me. And I probably feel very sad that I lost those people, but I also feel happy. And I don't want to be petty or anything, but I'm glad I lost those people to a certain extent, saying that thank you for showing your true colors and making me the person that I'm gonna be in a few years, where you guys looked opposed and I guess wanted more so popularity rather than let's stand up for this guy because I have heart in him, rather, ego is something very, very driven upon when it comes to society and especially high school itself. So I would definitely take back some things, but most importantly, everything that I lost, not take back.
You can do it all over again.
I don't know. The thing is, the person who I am today right now, I am pretty happy as to like where I've gotten. But at the same time, you do kind of lose a lot of. I've actually been like really, really blessed to have like friends like that I've been friends with since kindergarten all the way up to like now, and also since the beginning of freshman year, like still to this day, we're really, really good friends. At the same time, I've only lost like 1 or 2 friends. But if I had to redo anything this year, I would. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't change one thing. I mean, it's not that I'm happy as to where I am today, it's that, I mean, everything happens for a reason. And then hopefully it does make me a better person eventually in the future. And so then I just gotta learn from it.
I want to go back to the first question. I guess I really kind of was there at first, but no, I changed my best moment of climb-up. My best moment of climb-up would be freshman year PE.
Oh, yes, sir.
That was
You know the vibes.
Oh,
We know-
yeah.
You know the vibes.
Oh, damn, back class.
Yeah, freshman year
The
PE.
basketball,
Hell yeah. I was on your shit, bro. I was locked you up every day.
that's, yeah.
You know it's true, bro. Got that lockdown.
Physically maybe, but not as like, dude, your offense kind of lacking.
Yeah, it's like actual PE. Not like
It's
sport.
track.
Yeah.
This is first period PE though.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Hey man, it was a relaxing.
Sweat
Oh, I probably like saw y'all then. First
Yeah,
grade.
no, I probably.
Yeah, because we always got, wait, were you on the girls' basketball team? We always got pissed at the girls' basketball.
Track, bro.
Oh, wait.
Morning.
Oh, yeah, then, yeah, you guys guys that took the track,
No.
so the girls' basketball took the courts.
Oh.
Football,
Like
that was it
this
too.
That was it too.
Yeah.
The freshman PE, but yeah, definitely.
No, I love that class so much. We had special ed kids in there, and one of the most sweetest people I ever met. I really love those kids.
We always hyped them up when they was.
Yeah, that's what I love. Like Coach would always hype them up, and
How about Coach Wilson?
Coach Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot who he was
Coach
hyping up, but he used to say big somebody in the house, and
Daniel? No. Mason?
Big Mason, I think it was.
There's someone else that was actually fat that wasn't freshman. I mean, a big someone in the house.
No.
What? It's true.
No.
It's kind of on the,
There are a lot of true things.
it's kind of on the chunkier side of things. The heavier side of the spectrum.
Alright.
I want to talk about friends, y'all. I feel like it's
Yeah, I want to talk about friends too.
coming from like a girl perspective.
Yeah. Y'all got some fake ass. little-
That's the thing. Y'all may see my little friend group every
No,
Posted on
no,
everywhere,
I really
story on your
yeah.
Instagram.
Okay, whenever I think of that, I think of high ego,
Yeah.
and I'm sorry, I can't change my perspective on it. Please change my
No, dude,
perspective.
seriously.
I think
Seriously.
the same exact
It's like a
thing.
little
Dude, I
I
see it,
wish
bro.
you could talk to my friends though and understand that like I've already like taken myself a part of it. If you would see like everything that like happens,
Yeah.
I hate drama and everything, and I've kind of been one to like be perfectly fine with like losing friends. I'm not saying like I love losing friends, but like since like sixth grade, I want to say, like some girls and like Grant, like I didn't want to associate myself with anymore. And so I kind of took myself like apart from them, and then they go out and say every bad thing, and they want to stay, and blah, blah, blah. So it really sucks, but like I kind of like losing people. I mean, not like this.
You don't like it to do it, but you're glad that it happened.
Yeah,
Yes,
you realize that there's a
I'm so
benefit.
thankful for like things that have happened that seem bad at the time, like where I am now with friends. Like, but it looks so different, like on social media and stuff.
Yeah. I'm not.
Oh, yeah, y'all are always telling buddies, oh, yeah,
I'm
what's
not gonna lie.
up?
Yeah.
I think what I can kind of say for a few people is that it makes how y'all's friend group seem very quick. Like there's no chance that we could even become friends with someone.
Yeah.
And then that makes me sad.
Because it's
Like,
like
I don't know if you've ever realized that, but that's how like nearly like I'd say 75% of
Literally.
school views.
Like your own group, basically?
And that's what
Yeah.
makes me so sad. That's why I don't want, like, I obviously want to associate my friends, but like, I hate being seen. Like,
Yeah.
not being like so insecure about my image and everything, but I mean like, just like being associated, like I don't know, it's really hard to explain. Like, no one, it's so annoying to say no one knows me, but like, if you talk to like my friends, they would tell you like, I don't know. I just don't.
Well, can I speak on that perspective? Because I exactly know how it feels when it comes to seeing all your, I would say, associates in a photo, and you feel excluded out. I exactly know how it feels, and I hope maybe I get very, very petty, but I hope they watch this video. And
Oh, they do, trust me, they do.
I hope they do. And you know, it's not that feeling where you asked to be invited. It's that feeling that you were intentionally being invited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
The
you
thought,
feel
it's the
wanted.
thought that counts, bro. It
Yeah.
really is. Yeah.
I think that that's one of the few things that I can truly say I'm proud of as a human being. Is I reach out to everyone. Like, look around you. How many of these people
I'm
did you?
mad at you for that, because I definitely was the one that gave to you, because I was so excited and 100
Okay. Maybe we, okay. Here, I'll give you this. I'll
I'm
give you,
so mad
No,
about
no, I'll
that
give you this.
still.
we looked at each other and then we go for those meetings.
No, but I did it first. In my
We
mind.
both waited and I was just.
Okay, all right, but I still,
Okay, I'll give you that.
but yeah.
Alright.
But it's like, I always feel that no matter who they are, I will, even if I don't like them as a person eventually, I will still reach out to them and still like, be like, so like Jacob, I had no business to talk to you instead of this guy. Like, let's be honest. I was sitting in the back, you were in the front. Like, I had no business, but I went out of my way to go and sit at your table to say, hey, well, what's up? You know?
Guys are cool like that though.
I feel like guys have a lot less drama in the fact that like, 'cause here's what, like girls will get issues over like, oh, he used a lipstick, and it's like guys are gonna be like, they'll break the TV and be like, oh yeah, go over to my house.
Yeah, when they're best buds, that's why whenever you're saying like you lose something,
Look
like,
at an
guys
example.
can be deep, but I think like I see like
Yeah.
like you see like guys can like be, like literally like break someone's jaw and be best friends next time.
Well, like, I wanna know something like, do y'all talk deep, like, y'all have like deep talks?
Or is it just
Yeah.
all for social media?
Normal girls do,
Like, okay,
but I don't. That's the thing, that's.
Welcome to
why
the podcast.
I
No,
don't
no,
like
this
this like deep, I don't, okay, this is another deep thing, but I have really bad trust issues, like commitment issues, so I don't let myself like open up to people really. This is probably the most I've ever opened up to. Yeah, get
Glad to be
yeah.
here, yeah,
So anyway,
year 2020.
girls do get really deep, and it's mostly just like, you know, it's gonna get out later, so I don't really care. But like that's how girls work. So I wish like a girl group could act like y'all and just like literally like
Bro down.
be
Yeah.
jaws, not actually, but then be like fine after. But girls play grudges so bad.
Yeah, you don't think it's better?
And then I
for
get
you?
called like all kinds of names because I want to be friends with guys. Like, not like that, but I mean like having more. I've always kind of had more guy friends growing up. First having a brother, so I mean I like a lot of things that guys like less. than.
Football.
I'm not,
Well,
yeah, like I know
respect-
things. I'm not
respect
super
on that.
girly, but like just like I don't know, associating with them, and then the girls will call me stuff and blah blah blah. And it's just a mess.
You like Apollo?
No, like the war and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's-
Sorry,
that's-
but yeah. So
You know,
sorry,
one
I
thing
don't
that's
want
said on
to
this
argue
podcast,
about
that's not
it.
even the word. You know, that's not even the word thing that's been said
I
on this
just-
podcast.
I don't like the idea of girl group. I'm in one. It looks like I'm not happy in one. I love my friends, but I mean,
There's only so much you can take.
yeah, man.
yeah. So I say no, I say no. They're like, hey, when come to this party, no, I don't want to be associated with that. And then I get called crude.
Well, I was
Well,
hoping.
Can I ask you a question? Why do you guys even have a group in the first place? Why can't you guys just like, you know, enjoy everybody?
We do, but then it's just like, I don't know.
I don't know, and I don't want to be rude or anything. I don't want to be rude or anything, but like when we're in class, there's like everybody, and then there's y'all.
Yeah.
And we're like so afraid
Me,
to have
though?
any.
I don't associate
No,
with you
no.
because I know you better, but like,
I'm not gonna call
at the start, yes, it was,
I know
it
what you're
was like
talking about,
that.
because I
Yeah.
see the same thing, and if I'm in a class with them, I'm obviously gonna talk to them, but I talk to way more people than just my friends. I don't have class with my friends, I don't even talk to them, but like,
I'm not saying solely you, but like more
I
so.
know exactly what you mean,
You
yes.
feel like the separation between you, there's like, you feel like there's an invisible line.
That's why I can be like that class, because it's not just like.
It's literally amalgamation of everything
And
you can
everyone
possibly
got
conceive of.
together.
Literally everything
What
is
are you
one.
talking about?
English. That, honestly, the class that taught me the biggest lesson that I've had in my life.
Oh, you are going.
That class, those two classes have taught me the biggest thing. And it's that you can find a home wherever you
There's so
go.
much diversity.
Yeah,
I'm not
well,
even
got
associated
Mohammed,
with that, yeah, I
Israel.
hate that.
Muhammad, Keisha, Jacqueline, myself, Paul, Annika, let's see, Liz.
Where is
There's my-
Paul?
Paul is at home.
Paul, you're supposed to be
He
here.
moved, he's far.
Yeah,
He was my client, I came.
That's not Paul.
Is he zoned over there?
Huh?
Is he zoned with you?
Yeah.
I have the Christmas one.
I was gonna say though,
Yeah, I can bracket
like
them.
I myself, I used to be friends with a lot of y'all, I guess, or
Yes.
y'all, when I say y'all names.
Exactly, that's what I hate.
I know,
I know what you mean, but I
Yeah.
hate that so much.
And the thing is that like, not one person I've talked to since like freshman year of middle school. Kid you not. And I used to I know I don't want to call it any names, but I know their parents and I know like everything and I know them and like if they don't even have the audacity to say hi to me.
Yeah, dude, that.
And then it makes
that kid's like, oh, bro.
I
Oh
feel
my
like
God, they
so
act
much.
like you
Like,
exist,
they
bro.
act
I
like
know you know who I am. I know.
And then
like,
if they ever do,
bro.
if they do ever like, I guess like see that you exist or they say hi to you, it makes you feel like happy.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm alive.
This is so weird though, because literally the other day, I was at a party and I'm like, oh my god, have you seen Gustavo lately? Like, he's like so
Oh, yeah.
different. I'm not even making this up. Like, literally the other day. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no, that makes you feel really awkward now.
I know. That's why I feel bad. Like, I'm just,
Stop.
Yeah, I think it's because they like.
oh yeah,
have any
there
of
were
them-
so many girls.
Hey, have any of them like reached out to you?
That's what I'm saying.
I
Like,
already
no
got-
one's probably like, hey, how are you?
I already got halfway there.
Okay.
No, but it doesn't matter.
still,
I'm talking about just as friends from like a while ago.
Oh, none.
See?
Like,
Not
none.
one. That's my point.
I kid you not, yeah, none.
Yeah.
Like the
Oh,
maybe-
to be fair-
if I had to be completely honest, like hopefully like if they see this like Haley,
Yeah.
like she okay, so Christian was in my class asleep the other day, and like
English?
man no in government, man was out. And I kid you not, I wake up, I was asleep, I was out too, and I wake up, I'm like, I walk up the door and I see Haley, I'm like, oh, yeah, man's out. And she's like, yeah,
She told me that. That's what it was about. Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
and I
that's
was
what
like-
it was about.
and
She got mad at. She was pissed because Christian was sleeping.
yeah, no, but I didn't know if it was like because like that's I kid you not, that was the first time I talked to her since 8th grade.
Well,
Kid, and I used to be really
I
good.
get
I used to
that.
think that I was really good friends with her.
Yeah, no word. Yeah, for sure. She's a tough guy.
But I mean, like as soon as you get to like
Oh my gosh.
things
She
really
told
change.
me that. She was just really focused. Okay, first, not to get gross. I'm exposing her. Never mind. It's gonna be gross.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
like-
and
She probably
so
won't
she was
watch
very
it, honestly.
emotional, and she was really mad at Christian. So I'm not trying to back her up or justify that.
Oh no, I'm not even talking about that situation. I'm kind of like
Drifting. People drift.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
It sucks.
That's the worst feeling is to know that. It's like being. Did you guys ever watch? Not A Quiet Place. Get Out. It's like being in the sunken place where it's like you can see everything just right there, right in your grasp, and you can't ever act on it. The one with the yeah. Just watch the clip. It's like he gets put into a
Is that
frame.
with the family,
Yeah.
the Mir family?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's like he's just sitting there, just like able to see everything and not able to do anything. Like that is the worst fear that I have with myself doing it to others. I've done it a little bit because of the fact that like I just don't have any classes. If I like see them in the hallway, I'll still talk. You know, but it's like I try to go out of my way to speak to them.
yeah.
You know, it's like
That's what I go on with this grouping thing. I mean, I have my group, but like it's not like
it's not like
Yeah,
a
like-
wall around it.
like-
you know?
yeah, I'll talk to anyone. I don't know if it's maybe just this year, me personally. I kid you not, I go to class every day and I just sit. I have no classes with like friends and stuff. I mean, there are certain people that I do say like hi and like Darnell. Like I didn't talk to that. Well, he's not there. So like yeah, and like sometimes, like this year, people I think like I see people looking at me in the hallway, and I don't know if like it's just because they don't know me or if it's just because like I'm confused. Like
No,
they just
man.
stare at me. They're just like. I'm like,
Dude, I think
I do that.
everyone recognizes your face.
Dude, I wear a mask and I forget you can see my eyes. So I'll be staring at a person and I'm just like, and they look at me and I'm like,
I'm staring.
and I don't realize it. And it's like kind of awkward. But that might be it.
Yeah, like that was one of the biggest questions I've had for I kid you not 4 years. Like this like seniority type of thing. Or like kind of
Sorority.
not
No,
sorority.
superiority.
Like superiority. My bad. Yeah. Like with certain like popular people, like
I know what you mean.
What it's like,
You
don't
can
fake
say
it.
you
and
can
it's-
say
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
no, you don't really like think like
You can feel it though. It's palpable.
Yeah.
You can literally, you can feel the.
I think the worst thing that's like happened with like I haven't had it where like
and like you having like the like taking your time of day to come up here for 2 hours to talk about this. It's actually like really
Yeah, seriously.
yeah we've been going for like an hour and a half now.
Yeah.
But then it shouldn't be like that though.
The worst thing
Yeah.
is
That's
me,
what
it
pisses
is, like,
me off
what it
so
is.
bad, but I don't want it to
And
be
it's
like
like-
that. But what can I do about it? Like exactly, like why? How could I even be here?
And And sadly, like the one thing like I try to do is change the perspective of my friends, and like the same thing. I mean, I'm not telling you to do it. Like I'm saying, like,
I definitely have, and I think they call me out for it. I'm not saying anything like that.
You play that for what?
They just like, what are you doing?
Why are you hanging out with them?
Yeah.
Not like that, not like who's them, but I mean like they're just questionable about it. It's out of my control, but like I try to be like they're really cool, but I'm not saying like they're like, you know, but like me being in HOSA, like I don't know what
Yeah,
like I'm in a lot
Well,
of things that they would like turn their nose up at,
Yeah.
and like it doesn't bother me. I kind of like it because it gives me a reason to
Stick it up there.
not really, just gives me like a reason to have more time to myself and then find more friends. But I mean, like, I don't keep to myself. That's what made me so mad is that I waited you first. And like, I go out of my way to make
Bro, you
friends.
still on that?
Yes.
Hey, you're holding a grudge.
That
You're literally
was
holding it.
so bad. That just made me really upset.
No, you know what? It made me happy. I was like, okay,
Yeah, see? Yeah.
hey. Hey, no,
Wait.
I have respect, dude.
You had a question. I heard forgive in the question. What was the question? Yeah, I remember.
I just said, do you think it's better? Like, I think for me, I forgive, but I don't forget. And
You know, to elaborate more on that, like, have you guys ever had like a situation where you ask someone like, "Hey, let's get back together. I know we haven't talked in a while," and they say, "Nah, man, I unfortunately I got something that came up," and then like you noticed on like somehow their social media they're like doing something else.
yeah, they just can't be straight up.
I know. I'd rather it be so straight up than like you having to lie to me like
I think what's worse though is whenever they say, oh yeah, and then that happens. And then, oh yeah, and then
Yeah.
that happens.
I did that. I'm not gonna lie. I did accidentally do that to Paul. I didn't mean to. I told everyone else that like last Wednesday, like we weren't gonna do it. I told you two for sure, but like you guys probably last week. But it's like, I forgot to tell Paul, and so Paul like he just didn't know either that. Or
Did
you
he show up?
No,
Oh.
not that I know of. Bro. Paul, if you're watching this audio,
Hey,
Paul,
Paul!
I'm sorry, Paul, but like, it's like, I try to go out of my way to tell people to, like, I try to make my day open for other people.
Hey, are you gonna edit this?
Yeah.
Huh?
What? Edit these?
Are you gonna edit this?
Do you want me to?
Well, I mean, if we're gonna talk about Christmas for like 3 hours, because I have a lot of opinions.
I mean, do you want to continue to do what you want to do?
I mean, these are some good topics. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I mean, like, let's be honest, I was kind of nervous, I'm not gonna lie, that this wouldn't gel well, that like people would be like their own thing, or that like it wouldn't be fun, like, you mentioned it, you've been part of a podcast where it's like, it didn't come to think about, I feel like we've done a good enough job with it. You know, I think we've definitely hit a
We're
lot
friends
of
now. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel emotionally connected to all of
I
you.
know.
That is why that's why I wanted the original to be like, I call this the Elite Eight as a joke, but like genuinely, that's why just to catch up on everything.
Honestly, this is a really good podcast. It's like I've known you since what, kindergarten?
Yeah. for
Yeah.
sure.
And I haven't talked to you since like 8th grade.
If
Why
that,
not?
if that.
If that.
Maybe after that, but
Yeah.
it's
And, like,
sad. Like,
And it's not that I don't want to talk to you, it's just because I'm too scared to talk to you.
no, I'm scared to talk to you. I'm so scared to talk to you. I feel like you think I'm crazy or weird.
You followed me on
Why?
Instagram the other day. I was
Because
like,
they were talking about you.
hold on.
Literally, that's what I'm telling you. I was like, oh my
I've
god.
known you since kindergarten. And I'm pretty sure I've had you on social media since like 5th grade. And then seeing Kinley followed you, I'm like, wait, she's never followed me? And I was like,
I don't like my team being so bombarded with every people. I don't know, sorry.
I am kind of calling you out, especially.
No,
It's just because
I
like that's like one of the
understand.
biggest things like I've like noticed like for me is like there's certain people I used to be friends with and certain people like that and like they kind of just like
I know. I'm sorry. That was bad.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm trying.
Matthew, you look at your about it.
Yeah, it was kind of like something how you said before. Like as soon as someone actually like takes their time to get to know you, they will actually love you.
Yeah.
They will actually like, hey, this is a cool person. I would like to associate myself with them a lot more. And people just don't have enough energy to do that.
Yeah, the thing that pisses me off the most when I'm in groups is when people are on their phone with their between them. I am dude.
Oh my God.
There's two things that
Oh my God.
There's two things that
Oh my God.
really piss me off.
Sorry.
Okay, I remember going one time where my friend pulled out a vape in the middle of this conversation, and I grabbed that thing. I literally shut it as hard as I could. I was like, dude, what the f are you doing? It's like, do you know what that does to you? He's like, I don't give a crap. I'm addicted to it. Give me it. And I was like, so I sprinted ahead of him. I got the thing and I tossed it since we were like outside. I tossed it into the field into a pile of cow food.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you're that addicted, go and get it. The second thing that I remember doing is I knocked my friend's phone out of his hand because I was like, he sent it. He sent it. He sent it. Literally clapping my hands. And it's like, this is me talking. It's like, it's not like quiet. It's not like Jacob's speaking. It's like where it's quieter. It's more, compulsive. This is me like doing this. And he's like literally on his phone messaging a person from across the table. It's like,
my God.
dude, like, I know it's like, you might not trust me with like whatever info you're sharing. That's one. All right. But what am I going to do with it? I'm not going to get a megaphone and just, woo, spring it out into everyone. It's like, I can't deal with people that just constantly go on the phone to talk to someone at the table, or who are fake like in front of people, or who do drugs or something. Like that, I go out of my way to disassociate myself with that. Like that is something that I'm proud of. That's something I'm proud of myself and my parents for raising me well enough to not do something like that. I feel like I'm one of like, that's something that's like one of my greatest fears, is becoming obsolete. And in the fact that like, I'm old in that aspect, It's like, I'm one of the few people that goes out of the way to have these conversations with people, to talk to people, to like, get to know other people more than, the usual, Now, obviously, I still do it on social media because, sometimes we can't hook up like we are doing now, it's like we can't talk like this. But it's like, I try and go out of my way to like, listen, to like, just do everything, And it's like, if you can't do that, then what the hell are you doing on this earth? It's like, if you can't take a moment to just appreciate everything, what the hell are you doing?
Oh, sorry. Go.
Yeah, real quick, because I gotta go soon. So I'm just gonna, so with the friends stuff, I'm just gonna say it. I guess I'm being petty too. I dropped a friend recently. So I guess I've had different experiences from you guys because you guys seem to have just naturally lost friends to an extent. But I like went out of my way to drop this person because I was friends with them since like middle school. So I thought they'd be like a friend forever, really. But I had this 1 week where they essentially just disappeared. Like they just stopped talking to like me and like the group. And I realized that like I was having so much like of a better time without him than I was with him. And then like I started thinking like how like he's so very apathetic towards like the friend group. He also started to get like really political for no reason. Like he would start being, and I mean like communist, like I want to be a commie type stuff,
Wait, are we talking about from our AP Kim class or?
No. This is
a different one.
Okay, I mean, like, I do kind of agree, like, I have this meme page, okay. I mean, that's funny, but.
yeah, but it's like, because it's funny, but you know what he means behind it. You're like, okay, man, like, it's a funny joke, but.
You're kind of overplaying it at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, so I decided to drop him, and like, I wouldn't say I was too proud of the way I dropped him, but I feel like it was really the only way, because how I did it is I just blocked him, unfriended him,
Oh.
and then just left him.
That's tough.
And I did feel a little bad, but then I was like, and then I remembered the 3 times that he did that to me in our friendship.
Oh.
So I was like,
Anyways,
Justified.
I was like, I think it's my turn, and I think that I'm mature enough to let it go for forever. And we haven't been friends for like 2 or 3 months. Haven't really thought of him until now.
Good for you. I like that.
Yeah, all right. Well, I gotta go because.
thanks for, I was about to say thanks for coming.
Yeah, no problem. Also, if you ever want me to come on this bad boy again,
That's what she said.
I'll be happy to do it again.
That's what she
This is a lot of
said.
fun. I love it.
Actually, just 1 second.
You don't.
Yeah.
Can I get your number?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to ask you guys anything.
Hey, it's all right. It's homosexual, not homosexual.
Oh, I never heard that one.
You haven't heard homosexual? You gave it to the boys.
I barely do.
Yeah, like Hassan is perfect. You know Hassan? Yeah. Yeah, he's. A lot of people think it's gay because he acts so gay around.
Bro, if you're not comfortable with else,
They're my favorite people. Like Coastal people are so fun.
But like, yeah, Hassan straight up acts so gay. with
I
his friends, but like, he just does it for
the
friends.
most left out person ever.
No problem.
my first, I just started this last year, and they obviously have like a
But
good.
you,
Have fun getting to know all of you, and hopefully I'll get to know all of you even more.
yeah, Jacob, man.
Have a good one.
See y'all later.
Later, bro.
Host has a whole plate, and I felt so left out by myself, and I think it was like.
I kind of feel awkward taking this. Like, scoot over,
I know
scoot
you
over.
were about to say something too before you started. I want to know.
Yeah, were you farting in it?
Like, I
Like,
just produce more volume.
I think you were farting in it, Gustavo. That's the answer for why. I said, oh my God, it's like being in a hot tub.
Yeah.
What were we getting? But like, shoot, what were we on about? The switch kind of screwed me up.
Friendships, right? Like-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, like, over the summer, like, I had a really good friend, and, like, there's this girl I liked, and, like, we started dating her, and I kind of got mad, and honestly, like, I was, like, kind of, like, pissed off. I kind
Yeah, yeah, you kinda upgraded everybody.
Thank God I did, but, I mean, at the same time, yeah, he was a really good friend of mine, and, like, at the same time, like, I mean, like, if you don't have the respect to, like, man up and, like, just tell me about it first before you do it, like, I can't respect.
Well, I actually heard about the topic. I don't want to be like any gossip person or anything like that. I got it from someone else, but like, yeah, when I heard about that topic, I was actually grateful that that guy lost all of his,
Yeah.
basically, essentially
No,
lost all
no,
of
no, I
it.
mean, that does sound like we're kind of like preying on his downfall.
No,
No, that's not what I want.
But it's just like how poisonous he was towards you,
Yeah.
and I could definitely feel your pain. Right there.
Not only towards me, but like other people. Like,
Yeah, that kind
Is it
of.
someone that we all?
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Do I know?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I remember this.
I mean, if he's watching.
Hey,
Mysterious person.
we don't know who you are over here.
I hope
Yeah.
you're enjoying that girl you sacrificed for.
Ew.
Oh, wait, not like that.
Hey,
No.
hey, that's gonna suck. Hey, how does when Jacob leaves, everything just turns to suck?
I mean, it was. I don't know. I mean, I guess everything really does happen for a reason.
Okay, so then I want to ask this one question. I want to hear everyone's answer. You guys, I want to ask this one question. Do you guys believe God is real? And if so, why?
We're not gonna.
No, I think we gotta ask you. No, you're saying everything happens for a reason.
Bro, I didn't even get
That's
to
why.
talk about my friend stuff.
Oh, you want to go in?
Talk about my friend.
Oh, go ahead.
I don't really want to talk about this, honestly.
Honestly,
We can take a vote on it. I mean,
I vote, all in favor of yes, I won't vote. All in favor of yes, God. All in favor of no, God. No, God? No, I don't mean like, no,
Okay,
God,
we
no,
gotta
God,
be
no,
safe.
God, no,
Just-
God. Yeah, not like that. Just continue.
So look, check me out. Like freshman year, I was kind of like I just moved from Klein in eighth grade was when I moved here. So I knew a few people from Trimble, but that was my first year in Klein ISD. So I was considered a new kid, and not a lot of people knew me. A lot of people know of me, especially right now. A lot of my stuff been popping as of recently, and I'm grateful for that. But still, I like a lot of people kind of just they hit me up for photos and they want this, and they want that. And I'm like, yeah, for sure. That's my service to you as a person because that's what I want to do for you. I like giving to people. I like giving photos to people. But it means a lot if they see more than that. If they want to get to know me as a person, right? Because I know a lot of people. I know so many people at this school, and a lot of people know me, but they know of me, but they don't really know me. And so I have a lot of good friends. This man right here, this man right here, shit. Bro, I remember photo shoots with you.
Can I have my perspective?
Yeah, go ahead.
I remember when you first came into our PE class, and like I remember seeing you in criminals. I remember seeing you at criminal, and like I'm not gonna lie, I thought you were some kind of hot shot, some kind of kid that wanted to be popular. And when we played basketball, like I kind of felt that way because how the way you were playing on me. And
I get super competitive, bro.
no,
Yeah, we got that,
I love it.
We get that.
But the fact, and this is why, like, I love you so much, bro. All homo.
Me too, bro. All
Oh, hold on, come on, man. It's homosexual. You don't have to say that part.
That's why I love you, man. Because like after that, you were like, I'm so sorry if you felt some kind of way. Like you came up to me like a person.
Yeah.
I felt, dude, like people need to do that a lot more whenever that kind of stuff happens.
Facts.
So yeah, like that was just so genuine about it, and I was like, yeah, this guy's a good person.
I think, yeah, there's another story with like competitiveness in gaming. You remember, I know you remember for sure. Do you guys remember whenever we did like, was it Jeopardy in Mr. Peters' class? And we write it all down and how loud we got. That was the moment I was like, this is my first game. You know, it's like when we get, like beforehand, I did actually think what Matthew thought. But again, you did exactly what you did
I
to me.
never thought that.
Because it's like, I think it's more of your, I won't say your hair, it's just like your vibe. I don't know. You just give out that vibe. It's nothing, no, it's nothing. It's like,
Well, actually, let me get back on that. Like, me and Saul actually talked about this. Like, like, me and Saul think you're a very good-looking person. And, like, I guess that's kind of intimidating. And, like, I guess we saw more of your sensitive side.
yeah, I think, yeah.
That's a big problem, like not problem, like that's a big thing, like good looking people, like they have a privilege. Like there's a good looking
I ain't got no privilege, bro.
Yes there is.
Yeah,
No, there
Nobody-
is for sure.
What are you talking
Bro,
about?
nobody,
But, like, when you're
He
masked off,
comes
too.
off as like a compassionate, like thorough person.
But like when I first
I
saw
don't
him, it's
see
just like,
that.
oh man.
There's,
you did it to
in my
me.
opinion, I fully believe that there's like looks privilege. There's for sure a looks privilege thing. Because if you put like,
okay,
I
what
know
do you mean by
it.
privilege though?
if you compare me to like, oh okay, if I said like I was like 300 pounds, which I was, or 290, 280, whatever, that area, and you compare me to like someone that's like
175.
175, who would you
Yeah.
choose? I mean that is kind of like a body type thing, but
I get
what
it.
you consider
What you're
good
into.
looking.
I get it, but are you
Yeah.
talking about just attractiveness? or-
Yeah, attractiveness
Okay.
in general.
Because what I was referring to was, I'm not necessarily talking about a love life, attractiveness, you know, I'm talking about just being approachable in general.
Yeah, you are very,
yeah,
you are very emotional.
Because I feel like unless I open up to somebody, like people don't really approach me trying to get to know me for, I guess, whatever reason, and that's kind of what has thrown me off a lot. I know a lot of people, but it feels like whenever I know people, it's like always be going up to somebody, except for the very few people, like the people in this room. But besides that, I feel like it's always me doing something for other people. They don't really want to approach me and talk to me about it or get to know me. If they don't know me, right? If they don't know me, they don't love me, and they just never take that first step. When I would love to have a conversation, but it cannot be one-sided. It can't be me always doing something for somebody else. That's why I just don't really understand that.
It's hard to grasp because like this like they ignore because I think it's hard to find a person who can do those, but I mean you get at least a satisfaction like, hey, at least I'm gonna go out there and do it instead of
Yeah.
trying to do it.
Like I said, I don't have a problem with it. I've been doing it dealing with it for 4
Yeah,
years.
it sucks. I mean, I think it's just kind of hard to get out of it. Good for you though. You got off. Doesn't mean too quiet.
No, we're good.
No, people can just turn up the volume at home.
Well,
Or I can just edit it on Audacity.
Okay.
Yeah, no, like I can definitely see that where like I'm pretty sure. Nah, that's gonna be way too. But no.
Wait, what were you?
Bro,
No, you can't say.
Bro, it-
Oh, go for it,
Okay,
we're all
like
good.
if I was a female, I would definitely not approach you.
What?
Yeah, you're
I was about to say you.
Yeah.
How am I scary?
You're tall. You're
Just a
fucking
little bit. You're also
jawline.
not scared.
You're also kind of ripped, you know.
But how am I?
But
You're very
I just don't know,
successful.
like, if someone just saw you, then they'd be scared of you. But if someone like knows you a little bit, because I don't know you that well, but I mean like just like knowing like of you like a little bit, like I know like not.
I'm the goofiest man on
And
this
that's
planet.
like
What do you
you're
mean?
so.
I mean, I
After
think
that
that
dance
Andrew's
video
helping
thing,
with
yeah, I know you're goofy. I know like you're not hard and everything.
I've never been trying to act
I
hard.
know I'm not saying that you just look like. I don't mean to say like that, but you just like would be. If no, like,
This is something that you can't imagine if you're on your side, but you can
Yeah.
perfectly see it from our side.
Good looks
You
are
do
very
that, like,
intimidating.
Yeah, looks are intimidating. Like, let me tell you, for me, in my opinion, like the girl I'm dating, I guess.
Well,
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, bro,
I
like,
didn't know that.
Oh, it's been recent.
I
Yeah.
thought you just said it.
Yeah,
Well,
we
he
are-
wasn't meant
we
to
are,
say
like,
it.
it's not like-
He wasn't meant to put it out loud, but it doesn't matter.
It's not like-
Well, like I said,
Good
just edit it.
job.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
like,
I'm sorry, I didn't know that.
looks are scary. They're scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in my opinion, like I was like, what did she say? What did she say? And I'm like texting all my friends, like, guys, what did I say? What did I say? What did I say?
It's almost like you're idolizing this person to the point where they're not even
Yeah,
humans.
yeah.
They're like
Dude.
Yeah, like, and I mean, like, oh yeah, if you treat them like a celebrity, they'll treat you like
like a
your
fan, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, that shit hits. That shit hits.
And I'm like, she tells me that she felt the same way when she was like, oh no, what is he gonna like be a meathead? Like, am I like a meathead or am I like? There's like a bunch of people that I guess think that I'm like an idiot. Only things that
Well, I think that the issue with you thinking of you is you don't portray yourself as someone. You don't go how you would be like, oh, I'm so smart. Or, oh, like Rashad portrays himself as so smart. You don't do that.
I don't think he means to.
Yeah.
Rashad's just smart.
He was just
You ready to hit on that?
No, I gotta go use the bathroom.
Oh, all right. All right.
Bro, my TikTok just blew up.
Good, Daniel.
I just had TikTok that blew up, bro. That's crazy.
All right. Do we want to get on?
Okay, a little break. Hey, check this out.
All right. Do we want to do iPhone or something?
Oh god.
Yo, Daniel, I gotta say though, man. Like honestly,
No.
some of the best dancing stuff you posted, bro, that was kind of sad. Some of the stuff that you
Well,
did.
what's your problem, bro? If you're not
And listen,
listen. If you're not comfortable enough with your masculinity as a person that you can't act gay, then I think that's a problem.
But I didn't have it
Because I was slapping my homie's ass without a second thought.
Okay, that's
I almost spread the cheeks, bro. What you
No, stop saying it. There's a line. There's a fine line.
Yeah, I mean, like no, not that, but like I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but generally. Like,
There's a
yeah,
fine
you're
line.
fine as hell today. But you're like, what did I walk into?
Oh, they locked the bathroom, so I'm like,
Oh, shit. Bro, I gotta pee too now that you mentioned it.
You drank a 4 drink.
Oh, shit, I gotta pee on.
All right, hang on. Let me put. You guys want me to pause this?
Yeah. It's already 5:30. I mean, I kind of gotta get going.
Oh,
Right
I
now.
gotta work.
No, we need to
dude,
talk
I skipped
about
Matthew's
Christmas.
workout.
Oh God. All right, so I'm gonna be behind the camera for a bit so I can do the bracket because I have it up. Unless you want to go like song by song. All right, so we are now gonna get into the Christmas bracket. You know, the Christmas stuff since that's what this was meant to be, but you know, kind of took a left turn there. So we are gonna get what? It's a left turn.
Yeah, but it was right.
It went the opposite way. That never mind. Yeah, yes, it was a right turn.
Went out to left
What?
field, but you're thinking.
We took a U-turn. There you go. Wait, wouldn't that still be going left?
Way than we did. No.
All right, so we're gonna do Christmas songs since you know that's what Kinley wanted.
Oh,
You put it on her.
Yes.
of course.
Just kidding. Chill. All right, so the first matchup: Do They Know It's Christmas by Band Aid versus Jingle Bell Rock.
Wait, not Wham?
No, oh wait, no. Last Christmas is Wham. Last Christmas is Wham. Do They Know It's Christmas Time? I'll play it. Yeah.
What's the
That.
other one?
Jingle Bell Rock.
Jingle Bell Rock all the way.
No, what are we doing? Is it, are we
Oh, we're determining the best song, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Jingle
Okay,
Bell
I'll play the song for a little bit.
Christmas time is all-
Let me play it for a little bit. For the people at home, I'm gonna play it a little bit.
I don't know the other words. So then Jingle Bell Rock.
I know it. I saw that.
This one. The-
Ooh, see, that's a good one.
That's what Do They Know It's Christmas Time is.
Okay, dude, last Christmas, like,
That would be
escaped my heart.
I'm saying Do They Know It's Christmas Time. I don't know about you guys. I'm saying Do They Know.
Jingle Bell Rock right here.
Really? You guys are really disrespecting Band-Aid like that.
It's classic.
But like, Do They Know It's Christmas Time? Do you know why they made that song? They made that song to raise millions of dollars for charity, and they did that. They raised it. Like, to me, the meaning has more than the actual. Like, Jingle Bell Rock is good, but like,
It's classic. Next.
Frosty the Snowman versus Here. Oh, yeah, wait, is this the right one? Yeah, Frosty the Snowman versus Here Comes Santa Claus.
Here comes
Here comes
Santa
Santa
Claus.
Here Comes Santa Claus, really?
For sure.
Yeah,
That's
for
so
sure.
annoying.
Frosty
Yeah.
the Snowman. How's that annoying, man? All right, Danielle, Matthew, what do you guys thought? Frosty or Here Comes? No, Frosty the Snowman or Here Comes Santa Claus?
It's a TikTok. Here comes Santa Claus.
Here comes Santa Claus.
Yeah, I like that one.
You guys are going.
No, it's versus Frosty the Snowman.
Oh, sorry. Frosty the Snowman is too childish.
Okay, so Last Christmas, the one that you guys mentioned, versus Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer.
Last Christmas.
I think that's pretty obvious. Yeah, Last Christmas. All right. Rocking around the Christmas tree. Rocking around the Christmas tree or 12 Days of Christmas. The Christmas tree and the day. Yeah, I think that's a fair statement. No Place Like Home for the Holidays or Mistletoe and Holly, and I will play that one right now. It's Frank Sinatra.
Christmas presents, countrysides covered with snow. Oh,
I'm sorry, what was that? You're dancing to Frank Sinatra. Fair enough. Fair enough. Wait, so what was it? I feel like No Place Like Home for the Holidays is just a tune for the, like when you're in the car though, and you, yeah, I feel like that's just the tune that you just have to take, you know? Also, by the way, for you guys at home who are wondering, Daniel and Matthew have to go to the bathroom and the bathrooms are locked. Huh? Well, I mean, yeah, you guys are 6 feet apart. You guys are fine. All right, so, anyway, yeah, I can take it off too. Oh man, my cheeks are still swollen. Winter Wonderland or Mommy Kissing Santa Claus? Yeah, I think
Actually, there's some versions.
Mommy Kissing Santa Claus just pisses me off.
So no,
That just pisses me off though.
why?
It just does, you know?
No, you have to explain. This is a podcast for a reason.
Because it's like, you know, there's only so much. Yeah. Crap. I swear, if that was kept in that, I'm gonna kill someone. It's like I just don't know. I just don't like the voice of Mommy Kissing Santa Claus. It's just me. I don't know. Little Drummer Boy or I Want to Hip No, the original one. The original one for sure.
Oh my gosh. Justin Bieber's Little Brown Boys, I listen to it all year round.
No, that's just not. Or I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas.
Oh, that's a good one. That was one.
Nah, I think me and Gustavo are here. Yeah, are we on?
Like the drummer boy.
Plus, you had to get a religious Christmas song in here, so you know. There you go. All right. All I Want for Christmas. Oh man, All I Want for Christmas is You, or Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas.
Bye.
That's Michael Bublé. I'll play it. Yeah.
I know what it is. I think, I don't know. I like
That's a tough one.
Mariah Carey is.
Yeah, Mariah Carey just carries Christmas.
Yeah, that's classic.
You did. That's just such a tough one too. That's a good one, honestly. Then Baby It's Cold Outside versus Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Maybe it's cool.
Yeah, I think Rudolph is good for the movie, but not for the actual song.
Yeah.
I think that's my thought.
Elementary school.
Charlie Brown Christmas or A White Christmas?
Charlie, ooh.
White Christmas? Here, let me play it.
Charlie Brown is like the instrumental, I think.
Yeah.
to know where the treetops glisten.
Anything Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. But Charlie Brown Christmas is good.
Play that one. It's good too.
Okay.
I said I'm dancing to Frank Sinatra. I wish Jesus still sounded like.
I literally do not care.
Yeah, but unfortunately he's dead.
I don't, yeah.
Will we get in trouble, Nick?
What? Are you 6 feet apart?
Yeah.
Should we get 6 feet?
Yes, if you're 6 feet apart, then yeah, go ahead. If you're not, then you're kind of screwed there.
Well, bro, just don't. You just have this.
Edit like a mask.
I can't edit that well, man. I'm not that great of an editor.
I could.
Well, okay.
Or actually, all you gotta do is just, what you gotta do is you gotta make it.
I actually can't find it on Spotify, Charlie Brown Christmas.
Black bars. You know how they put black bars in movies? Like at the top and bottom, you ever notice?
Yeah.
Cinematic bars.
Yeah.
I can do a thing where you just bring it down where it's just us, so it looks like we're just sitting where you can't tell anything about this right.
I mean, I guess if you, I could send it to you, maybe. But like,
The
all right.
file size probably be like.
Okay, well, yeah.
30 gigabytes.
Yeah, this is like already like the longest. I think this might be the longest episode by a good margin. Silver Bells or Santa Baby by Madonna as well. Got it. What's wrong with Madonna though? Nothing's wrong with Madonna, the queen of pop. You know? Jingle Bells, Frank Sinatra, or Carol of the Bells? Would Jingle Bells or Carol of the Bells? I don't know about that one. That-
Wait, so what are y'all favorites?
I said that as my ringtone a few years ago.
Respectable. Okay. Respectable. Nick,
I
what's
think
yours?
that's only like.
I said move on to movies.
Yeah.
Let's just move on.
Like it's the just the instrumental of it. Yeah. Honestly, my favorite, I feel like I have good taste on this, is Drummer Boy.
Little Drummer Boy. Yeah, we did that earlier.
And oh no, it's the one by
No.
I love you, but I'm talking about the name, like you know the band that does all the pentatonics, yeah. Them, that is just, it's like an eargasm, bro. It's like
Oh,
you
I
just
know
hear,
exactly what you mean.
and the sounds of like the.
Oh my god, I knew my one. Keep talking.
Oh,
Yeah, so
okay.
that was my favorite. I feel like it really just, it's like the first time, like I'm be honest, I don't really like Christmas music by itself, but that song made Christmas music enjoyable.
What about Mary Did You Know by Kinley?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't really care for pentatonics.
Well, they put a good spin on it, which is why I like it.
Well, that's all they do. They just put, I mean, that's what they're built to do. They put spins on songs. That's what their whole gig is. All right, so,
Not even spins, it's a whole different kind of music.
all right, Let It Snow or Most Wonderful Time of the Year.
Let us know for sure.
I think that's because that's Frank Sinatra. But like, I'm going Wonderful Time of the Year because it's so versatile, honestly.
Is Ella Fitzgerald at all on the list?
Who?
Ella Fitzgerald?
Which one is that?
Sleigh Ride? Or
Yeah, it's on it. Sleigh Ride, Feliz Navidad.
okay. That one really.
Oh, I love this.
I just get pissed off at it because like fourth grade play, I remember I had to sing that as a song, and it was the stupidest thing ever. Like the whole grade just had to sit there and sing that as a song. I was like, what the hell are we doing? Well, I wasn't from here originally. I moved here in like second half of fifth grade, so I can't speak for that.
In music class, like we used to sit in front of that thing. What's it called? What's that called?
A projector?
No.
Are you talking about like singing
Starboard?
ones?
Yes, yes. Like with
Oh,
the
yeah.
ball. They would jump on like sing ones with the ball.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
on the words. Or like it was like a snap or something.
Hang on, should I just move back over there and just say what the songs are? Or, okay, I'm gonna move back over here. Fuck the mask.
Yo, hey, what? She just saw that.
But we violated so many.
Sorry, Miss Ash. Love you to death, but I'm
Let's
sorry.
just say that the recording got messed up and we're just having.
It's like, oh yeah, we just couldn't manage to do it.
This has nothing to do with my life.
We get the, Gustavo. Alright. Let me get it up. Alright, so do you want to move to movies or like?
So, yeah, let's go movies.
Alright. Grinch, the original, or Grinch the new?
What do you mean like
Jim Carrey.
Original.
Wait, which one's the
I
original?
love the new one.
The cartoon.
Oh, okay.
Oh, then, oh, yeah.
The original's good, but man, the soundtrack over the new ones.
Dude, honestly, Jim Carrey, dude, he carries that. Like, I don't know why.
Jim Carrey carried on God, bro.
Yeah, honestly. I think I would go Grinch original just for the fact that it's just simple.
Yeah.
It's like Dr. Seuss, the original, you know, it's
The
like,
thing is,
it's just the voiceover.
I feel like Jim Carrey to me was more like iconic than Dr. Seuss. I don't know. It's just like the feeling that you got whenever you saw like in real life, I guess, was like insane.
One bitch, two bitch,
I
dead
was
bitch,
scared
new
of him
bitch.
though. Like I had nightmares. It was the Grinch and Cat in the Hat. I used to have
Yeah,
nightmares.
dude, Cat in the Hat.
Everywhere, but I used to think that the Grinch and Cat in the Hat were like under my bed. And one night, I swear to you, I don't know what happened. I think it might have been my actual cat, like in my comfort or whatever. But I thought like he grabbed it or whatever. But in like sleep paralysis one time.
You have that?
The
I have
Grinch.
that.
No, I have like sleep paralysis.
What does it feel like?
Like
Yeah.
you wake up and you can't do anything and you see things. Yeah.
No, it's like
the
there's like a
Grinch-
demon in the corner.
Literally, I saw the Grinch like this, like in the corner of my room. I mean, no, it was Cat in the Hat, just like walking and couldn't do anything about it. Yeah, that was
That's
scary.
wait. So like you feel like this, like you don't feel possessed. You just
No,
feel like
You
like
can't like
you're
scream.
stuck. Like,
You can't speak. I
Yeah.
watched
Have you felt it?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's like in regular dreams too. whenever,
What's it like?
someone's,
Why?
chasing
How does
you
it happen? I heard it like you interrupt your REM sleep.
That's.
I've never felt it. Have you?
Yeah, it's like so. For me, I remember I woke up to go to the restroom, and like it felt so. Like, I swear I opened the door, and I swear like
You can't.
and like there was like I think it's because I watched that one movie with it's like The Ring, right?
Lord of the
Oh,
Rings.
where
The Ring.
they get out of the
Like, she
TV.
gets on the TV like
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
This is maybe like
Dude, that's scary.
It's like
though.
no,
I
like it looked just like that, and I was like, what the heck? And I tried to like grab it, and it wouldn't move, and I was
You
like,
can though. That's a thing.
I
Walking
I
around.
don't know. it's just-
I have like I used to sleep walk and I like sleep here, so one of them was really bad about bugs and kind of shake me out of it. My dad was okay with like shaking like that, but like it's some I don't know why. But then other ones like I was little and I ended up in like between two my brother and motocross like two big old bikes and like if I touched one I would probably kill me. And like one time I ended right by the pool, opened the front door, like it got bad. And then one time, yeah, I went at my brother's friend was over and I went to my brother's room because I just like stared at him and my brother's friend never came in back door. Yeah, it's kind of bad. But,
Oh, that's
so
Oh,
sleep,
geez.
yeah. It's not that scary.
I had a weird one where like a bear like sat on me and like I literally couldn't
Bear?
breathe. Yeah, a bear, like an actual bear. Yeah, and I couldn't like. I felt
Are you talking like Winnie the
something
Pooh or like a grizzly bear?
a grizzly bear. That bro, I got a big fear for grizzly bears, bro. Fuck
Have you
grizzly
seen the
bears.
baby ones?
They're
Oh
cool.
my god, they're so cool. They look like
No, but big ass like fucking hungry ass bears. They're scary. They're scary.
Oh my god. Alright, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer or Frosty the Snowman?
Rudolph.
Rudolph.
Easy. I
I
don't.
need Frosty.
You-
What's
too much
wrong with
frosting, too
Rudolph?
much
Why do
sugar.
people hate Frosty?
I don't know. I actually.
Is it because he has the pipe of weed in there? Like, well, yeah, you know that's what his pipe was for. No, I think that was weed, man. That man was high as hell all the time.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't think
Have you ever seen the, well, okay, most moment talks, but like, maybe it was a metaphor or something like that. Where they're all tripping.
he was a real man, but he thought he was singing. Yeah.
I thought the pipe was for weed.
No, it's for tobacco.
Oh, okay.
It's for tobacco.
Maybe someone was tripping, I don't know. Alright, yeah, let me see. Fred Claus, or actually no, Elf or Christmas Story?
Christmas Story.
No, Christmas Story is way overrated.
No, dude, the entire
kinda
scene,
is.
or it's like,
It's just
fuck.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
get why you
dude,
would say that. But I think it's like, I love the humor in it. If it can make me laugh, then it's a good movie.
I feel like I watched Elf, I watched
Because
Elf.
I value
so
humor.
much.
Made me laugh.
Elf is the funniest thing.
Okay.
in the whole
No, okay,
world.
I like Elf because it's modern, and I like that. I think that Christmas Story is like more
I feel like
timeless.
the only reason why Elf works is because of Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
That guy literally makes sense.
Yeah, dude, like some of the things would be so great.
The
Like, dude,
director did
the
But-
funniest one was like the fight at the store. Dude,
I
that
get
was
it.
so, dude,
No,
oh
I
my
get it.
goodness, that
I
was so
just think
funny.
that
The little midget man.
I like
Yeah,
the
it's like
male
you're a Santa Claus and he pulls down the beard and he just starts beating him up and
version.
yeah, dude. Oh my gosh, man, that was amazing. I feel like Christmas Story is so underrated though. Like
No,
honestly,
because
It's
like
way over.
it's because it has the acting is good. The acting is fantastic, and like I feel like I love the setting, the timeline where it's set, and it's definitely fun. I think that's just simple things that make it good, and it's just a nice solid thing to have in the background playing.
and everyone's always gonna remember the Red Rider BB gun.
Me and my brother used to stay up late because it plays like for $20 Christmas Eve.
Greatest thing ever.
Super late.
Alright.
Over and over.
Home Alone 1 or Home Alone 2?
Whoa,
One, easy, no question.
Actually, 2 is kind of good. That's
Is that the one Lost in
New
New York?
York, yeah.
That was really good.
Anything past that is.
Dude, I love the freaking scene when they're slipping on the sidewalk. I know you know what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
yeah.
When they reach up the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Dude, I love that scene so much. It brings back so many memories. When my dad used to watch it all the time.
Alright, Miracle on 34th Street or It's a Wonderful Life? There's no debate for me, It's a Wonderful
I've
Life.
never seen both.
Dude,
Like,
are you
Wonderful
serious?
Life is like.
It's a Wonderful Life. That is the goated Christmas movie by a good margin. There should not be a discussion. The message is good. The humor in there is great. It reminds you of whatever the time.
But the message is really repeated now.
Wow. But like, I think as good as Miracle on 34th Street was, as clever as it was, I think that there's just, nothing to beat It's a Wonderful Life. That's a movie that I think everyone should watch at some point in their life. There's like some movies, there are some movies where it's like you can only watch one. It's like, so one for me would be Manchester by the Sea. I can only watch that one. Green Mile, I can only watch that one.
I love Green Mile.
Yeah, Green Mile.
I love it. And my favorite movie is by far The Pursuit of Happiness.
I feel like that's something you can watch multiple times. But there's some movies that like you can watch. Huh? What is it? If it's Love Actually, I swear.
No.
The Notebook.
But which one?
Actually, The Notebook.
Mhm.
How did I guess it first
Is
try?
it so? That's why I didn't want to say it.
How did I guess it
So-
first try? I knew what it was.
Kind of cliche.
I know, but it's just like,
Oh, wait, that'll be so fun.
no, I don't think that. Oh, I think that remember the grandpa. Oh my god, I'm
Man,
gonna.
honestly, I think Ryan Reynolds is pretty good looking.
I don't think so.
Dude, I love
Wait,
it.
who?
I
Shit,
think-
if he asked for
What's
my
the
number,
girl's
I'd
name?
just.
I think she's so pretty.
Who?
The girl.
The
Julie-
female protagonist?
I don't know.
No,
Okay, but I just want y'all to know that Pursuit of Happiness is a fantastic movie. It made me cry.
So sad.
It made me cry twice.
Have you ever?
When do you remember the roof scene when they're playing basketball
Oh,
and he tells them you can do anything you want in life and don't feel anything different? Dude, I saw it on TikTok. I was like, I need to watch the movie, and I watched the movie. I like, bro, you don't understand, bro. Like,
No, it's just the way you said. I saw it on TikTok
the
and I just kind
notebook
of
where
watched it.
they're,
That's
she's
because-
looking out and it's like the sunset on the water, like she always wanted to be able to see it.
yeah, because he had
He was
dementia,
looking
right?
at-
She
no,
had,
she did,
she
yeah.
did, she did. Yeah.
And then she was looking outside at the sunset, and he was looking at her, and she was like, "This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen." He was like, "Me too."
All right, I gotta get going.
Yeah.
You're getting on.
Yeah, it's 6 o'clock.
Oh yeah. My dad. Hey, yo, you guys.
All right, good luck, Steve.
Hey, yo, do you guys want to do another one sometime soon? Well,
yeah,
well, obviously
so-
not like soon, but like.
Like
This
this
is
is
really last minute, but I like it a lot.
it was
Yeah.
fun. I had a lot of fun. Honestly.
Alright. Well, thank you all for watching. This has been In the Zone, episode 10. And
I'm signing off.
Back and white. Oh, perfect.
I
I'm
got
full.
like, help you out, so.
Bye, everyone.